With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and show. Streams online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shazbin 9 and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran shoot feeling so insecure. The money earned on yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once ticked off across the board with charge to what because his code can be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch on why his sheep are also cheap, while DSP is chasing green. We're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are so machine. It's not in burping, leaning ban. It matters not if I fun. His child can't see if flowers make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before launching into a big pretending never bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of call his cat and fatty wife and all his strife of forgetting that it's done well and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act, that is a fact as he rehearsed to be exact and how he felt he was attacked. She's nearly over and a win is in sight, with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jat here with a very quick and, very sudden start to the stream. Phil is already live right goddamn now. He really just decided to start a lot earlier than usual. So, I'll say a lot earlier than usual. It's a combination of me starting later than usual as well, because of unforeseen circumstances not. But yeah, Phil's live right now, so I had to actually pause Phil's stream just so we could get a wee intro in there. We weren't going to be denied our goddamn intro. Welcome to the stream, guys. You all know the drill now. 10 burps, free space. 25 snorts, free space. 100 likes of Phil, free space. 100 likes here, free space. Anyway, this is the card on the left hand side. The card, the criteria for it, I spun the wheel, but I didn't do it live, I spun the wheel and the criteria was now. I picked the 6th to 9th bingo card as determined by you guys, and we have family, creepy whisper, drinks, Twitter, Q&A, throat clearing, light, scat, talk, defense mode, toxic, hateful slurs, okay, snort, wide, or T-pose, and turbo nose, where he goes, no. Ear touch positive on demand now, and years ago story, and the final row is friend update time, hate to say, and good news. That is a card today. I think it is a decent card indeed. Hopefully we'll get our full house today. We were one away yesterday, and let's see if we can do one better today. Full house, 25 out of 25 on the card means you guys win a prize. So fingers crossed, here we fucking go guys, good luck.
Good morning everyone and welcome to the Level 1 podcast, where we are busy having fun down here on Level 1. How is everyone today? It is Monday, the 9th of January 2023, and ladies and gentlemen, officially I can say today, we are moving into the new gaming year, new content, and basically everything refreshed. And what I mean by that is, number one, obviously the setting is refreshed just by looking at how everything looks here on the podcast. New lighting, new decorations, new attitude. Okay, maybe the attitude's the same, but everything else looks pretty spruced up, right? But in addition to all of that, as of yesterday, we officially wrapped up all of the lingering playthroughs of 2022. God of War Ragnarok, Pokemon Scarlet, and I even did my annual year-end series yesterday. If you did not have a chance to check it out yet, it is here, live on DSP Gaming, both the most disappointing games and the best games of 2022 countdown. They're both live here. 2 videos, they're each about 90 minutes long. Thanks so far. First 18 or so hours, views are decent, which is great. I'm getting a lot of comments, a lot of engagement on those videos, likes, thank you for that. And continue to enjoy, because I love doing that every single year. And also, that really marks the end of all the lingering content, and now we're moving into new stuff. Today, particularly, is a really special podcast, because today, we're going to be going through the game release schedule for 2023 so far. And being that it's only the 9th of January, admittedly, there's not a heck of a lot that's really lined up yet. As you know, when we get further into the year, the gaming landscape will change and open up, and we'll have way more solid release dates for a lot of the games that a lot of people are very interested in this year. But in the meantime, I had a chance to go through the game release schedule I made a list of the games that I am most interested in playing this year. We're going to go through that live together today on the Level 1 podcast. And I'm interested to hear your feedback. Number one, are these the games that you were interested in hearing me, play, or seeing me play? Number two, did I miss any? Right? Maybe I'm misinformed on some of these games. I'm not sure. Okay? So we'll see. Let's figure it out together. Okay? Let's work on this together today. This is the first step of looking into the new year. All the new games coming out. I'm happy that I'm finally getting into this because, no exaggeration, the last week, almost every stream, someone would come on stream and say, Phil, what are you playing this month? What are you playing next month? Are you looking forward to this game? What's your most anticipated game? And I was like, I can't answer any of this. I don't have the information. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. Well, now I can look at it. All right? So now we can get excited for the future, okay? Now, in addition, today we're even starting a brand new game playthrough, which is nice. It's good to be starting up something new and fresh and different with Need for Speed Unbound. This was a new Need for Speed game that actually came out last month in early December, but most people glossed over it because it came out in the midst of so many high-profile new releases that were taking priority that most people didn't even look at it. The game apparently reviewed well. People who had actually played it and reviewed it said that it was quite a good game. But it didn't sell well. It sold so poorly that within 1 week, they had already discounted the game by a third. And right now, you could get it digitally. I think it's $40. Even though it was supposed to be a full-on $60 release. So that's pretty crazy that, it really got forgotten. Now, here's the thing. I'm playing it on EA Play, which is the preview program for EA that's under Game Pass Ultimate. That means that I get a 10-hour demo of the game. We're going to play it today. And probably play it one more time later in the week, just to give it a fair shake. Play it like 6 hours. Let's see, after we do that, if we like it or not. If I like it, if you like it, if we're all enjoying it, then I could probably purchase it and continue playing it as a full playthrough. But if we play it a couple sessions, and we end up not really liking it or whatever, it doesn't resonate with the audience, doesn't resonate with me or both, then we don't have to ever play it ever again. And that's a good thing that we get this trial opportunity. So let's see what happens. And by the way, yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is official. Jasper Kitty is available in the office today if you would like to join us. As you can see, this is his first time in the office with the new setup. He's never seen the ring light before. He's definitely seen the ambient lighting behind, but he's never seen it in the, basically we're kind of in the dark, The only lighting in the office are the screens that are on and the ring light. So, he's going to try to get my bottle cap. No, you're not going to play with my bottle cap. Of all the things here, he finds the one thing he can, boop like a cat toy. So he'll be here, on and off, I'm sure. It's up to him if he wants to stay in the office or if he wants to leave. I don't control him. I leave the door open on days when he's available, and, he does what he wants. We'll see what he does today, if he feels like hanging out with us or not. He loves being on the chair. He looks pretty cool with the ring light, actually. Jasper, you're very photogenic with this new lighting. You are. You're a very photogenic kitty. Here he comes. What is it? What is it? He's sniffing my beard. Jasper, what is your most anticipated game of 2023? See, he can't answer either because we have to go through the game schedule today. How's he going to tell you what he wants to play or watch me play until we know what games are coming out? So I'm glad that he's reserved his judgments, just like me, until we have some information. He's a very smart cat in that way. Okay. Anyway. So, ladies and gents, this is going to be a good podcast, I feel. It's going to be a fun, relaxing, interactive time. And I welcome you all here. We have over 200 people in climbing already. Thank you guys very much for joining me this morning. I hope you're all having a good week. What we'll do is we'll go through the game, or the schedule for the week, so you know what to expect coming up. And because we did have a few kind of shifts of the schedule a little bit. We had to shuffle things around just a little bit because of me, I guess, getting dates wrong. I'll take responsibility for it at this point. I'm probably just old and I wrote down the wrong dates for some of the games coming out this week. So, all right, want to do that? Let's get that out of the way. Let's talk about what I'll be doing this week so you guys know. And then, likely, we will do... I have one game news story to talk about today, actually. It's actually a pretty good one. I don't know if you guys heard it. It was only announced like an hour ago. It's about Microsoft. They're going to do a press conference later this month that apparently will talk about all their new games. So I'll talk about that in a little bit, and then we'll do the game schedule, and then we'll go from there. Maybe we'll have time for Q&A at the end of the show. We'll see. Okay, so let's do this, guys. So let's talk today, Monday the 9th. First stream, obviously, we're doing the Level 1 podcast. Adieu. But after this, Need for Speed Unbound premieres, 3 hours of gameplay. First time I played a racing game in years. If I remember correctly, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, I want to say the last driving / racing game that I played was Forza Horizon 5, and that was 2 years ago. I think it was just when I got my Xbox Series X, and I was curious to see how it was going to look, and it looked great. But, you know, back then, I was using my old capture setup, and I remember the footage was kind of choppy for you guys. Hopefully with this new capture device, it won't be as... Here's the thing. There's a trade-off with everything. So here's what people are telling me now about the new capture device that I've been using for about a week. Frame rate, way better. When I'm doing games like Call of Duty or anything that has a lot of action going on, the frame rate is looking much improved for my old capture device. It doesn't stutter or chop up as much as it used to. But what I'm being told is, in those times of high action, to compensate for the lack of stuttering, the graphics basically pixelate more and get more blurry. So I guess the question is, what's the lesser of two evils? All right.
This will be chaotic. And yeah, she ended up tripping the whole internet by knocking it out. So yeah, it took a while to get connected there. I think we're back. I do hope I can see messages coming in again. So yeah, I do apologise for that, guys. This is something that happens. You know what I mean? What can you do? But yeah, sorry about that. We're back now, which is the main thing. We didn't miss too much. The card, you should see how it is. And also, everything stopped at my end. So, as I'm saying, like, the internet died for me, so Phil stopped talking as well. I've got as far as Phil talking about, two seconds. I'll rewind, 30 seconds just to be sure. As I said, I mean, the internet itself, it's fine. It's just the line for it, the actual fucking physical line for it was kind of knocked out because a tiny little terror of our niece accidentally knocking out a place. Let's continue the bingo, shall we? Sorry about it, guys.
What's the lesser of two evils? All right. Is it to have a higher frame rate and a little bit of blurriness with the action, or is it to have a jarring frame rate that goes and stutters a lot during action and freezes and unfreezes during action, but the actual detail in the picture looks better? I'm not sure. I think that the current capture device, overall, I've gotten pretty much mostly positive feedback. I would say it's about a 90-10 split. 90% of people feel that the frame rate is better, while 10% are actually complaining and saying they actually preferred the better visuals. And you know what it might always be? Some people don't watch at 60 frames. Some people have never watched me at 60 frames per second, even though I broadcast at it. They maybe only watch in 30 frames, so for them, they're not even seeing the benefits. You know what I mean? HoboX says it's always done that. YouTube is aggressive with bitrate unless you turn it up to 20K. Fair enough, but HoboX, we are talking about the capture device. Like, I'm talking about the raw videos I'm watching on my PC. I'm not talking about, I watched it back on YouTube and YouTube converted it and you know, the compression ruined the video. That is true. You're absolutely right in that regard, that the compression always kind of messes with YouTube videos. But I'm talking about just the raw footage. I noticed the difference, okay? So it's cool because, you know, you're watching God of War, and I'm in the middle of God of War Ragnarok, and I'm fighting, you know, a big berserker battle, and there's all these effects. Previously, what would happen is as soon as I went to the berserker battle and things got crazy, it was choppy, 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 choppy. Now, it's smooth, but kind of a little bit blurry. Anyway, in general, you guys seem to like it. I'm very curious. Today, we're playing a racing game, right? We're playing Need for Speed. This will be a direct test of the quality of the capture. We will see. You guys let me know what you think. Please be honest. You know, do you think it's better? Do you think it's worse than what it used to be? I'm hoping it'll be better. I think with any game with a high frame rate, it's just going to look better. Like, I just recently played Street Fighter 6's beta, and I feel like when we finally get to play the next wave of the beta or the final game in June, that this capture device will do it a lot more justice, because it's not going to be chopping up constantly, okay? Anyway, so that's today's main gameplay stream, Need for Speed Unbound.
Okay, I'm going on 1.25 speed because we're fucking behind already because of everything. We're behind for like 11 minutes already.
Let's test it out. 3 hours of gameplay, all right? And let's go from there, see how it goes, all right? Tonight on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. Yes, ladies and gents, more Warzone 2.0 action. You guys have been loving the Warzone. I've been getting better at Warzone. Seems like every time I play it now, I'm making top 10. Last time I had multiple top 10 placings. You guys are enjoying the bounty system where you challenge me to complete a certain level of challenges, whether it's just surviving a certain amount of time, getting a certain number of kills during a match, etc. it's worked out well. So let's see how it goes tonight. Maybe I'll finally get my second win. I don't know. Actually, didn't I get my first win exactly 1 week ago? I think I did. I think my first Warzone win was 1 week ago, so maybe we'll get one once a week. I don't know. We'll find out tonight, okay? Tomorrow's schedule had to be mixed up a little bit, and this one I fully take the blame for. Originally, when I was making the gaming schedule, I had miscalculated. I had written down that One Piece Odyssey came out tomorrow. I was wrong. I was mistaken. It actually comes out later in the week, okay? So what we need to do is flip the script a little bit, all right? So tomorrow, the main gameplay stream will be the conclusion of Resident Evil 1 Remake. Where are we in Resident Evil 1 Remake? I've been playing it for a little over a week. On and off, it's balanced every other day, but it's been night streams. So I think we're at this point where I want to say we're 8 to 9 hours in. Let me check quick. We're 9 hours in. And at this point, we're back in the mansion for the second time, but this is where the game has actually really ramped up the difficulty, because now you've got so many enemies, all right? Like literally so many enemies that can do so much damage, insta-kill you if you're not careful. And it happened yesterday where I was playing last night, and I played, get this, an hour and 20 minutes in, and an enemy insta-killed me, and I didn't have any ink ribbon, so I didn't save. I had to redo all that gameplay, all right? It's rough. It's rough, but we're making progress. So essentially all we have left in the game is I need to finish up the mansion. So there's a little underground area I got to go to. I got to enable an elevator. Got to go back. Oh, I think there's a kitchen, and you got to go back up again. I think there's a third floor area you got to go to, if I remember correctly. And a couple more puzzles and things. Probably half an hour, 45 minutes tops to wrap up the mansion. Then we got to go open up the lab. Once you go to the lab, this is the final area of the game. Roughly an hour for the lab, I would think. And then we got the final challenge, the final boss and all of that, and that's the end. So I think with the major stream tomorrow, we should be able to wrap up Resident Evil 1 Remake. If we end up beating it a little bit on the earlier side, maybe we'll just do a little bit of open Q&A. We'll relax with each other, whatever, okay? Then tomorrow night, since obviously I screwed up the schedule, what I would like to do is check out the One Piece Odyssey demo. Now, I hope that this demo exists, and the reason I say that is I couldn't find it anywhere on Xbox. But people are telling me, no, this demo exists. There's a demo of One Piece Odyssey. It goes live tomorrow. It's a 2-hour demo. And what happens is you play this demo, and your game files save. And then if you buy the game on Friday when it actually comes out on the 13th, then your progress carries over to the to the main game. So, oh my God, excuse me. I'm really sorry. Exploding here on stream. I'm very sorry, everybody. So, yes, I would definitely like to play One Piece Odyssey's 2-hour preview tomorrow night on the late stream, and obviously that's going to give us an idea of exactly how the game's going to play and everything. And I think I'm pretty sold we're going to love it. It's a turn-based, classic Japanese style RPG. I love JRPGs. You guys know that. It's One Piece, which is one of the most popular anime/manga franchises of all time, one of the longest running, if not the longest running of all time. And the cool thing about this, it's a standalone plot. It's not continuous in the timeline of One Piece that you already know. So therefore, it's not like, okay, it's the 15th Dragon Ball game where they're going to be doing the same plot line where Vegeta lands and he has to fight Vegeta, but then he goes to Namek, and then they have to fight Frieza, and then after that they go back to Earth, and then there's the Cell games. No, it's not like that. It's supposed to be something new and different. Okay, so that's what I like about it. It's something original and fun that we can all experience together. So hopefully the demo does come out tomorrow, and if it does, we're playing that on the late stream. Now, worst case scenario, let's say the demo doesn't actually come out. We'll do some Street Fighter. We'll do some old school throwback Street Fighter on a whim as a late night stream. Or maybe if you guys don't want that, we could do a random late night multiplayer stream of Call of Duty, regular multiplayer instead of Warzone. Okay, I know some people have been craving that recently, but let's see what happens. If the demo's out, that's what we're going to be doing. Okay. My day off this week is Wednesday. I know this is a shorter streaming week, only a 5-day streaming week for me because I have some appointments that I made specifically for this week that could only be Wednesday. So that's why. When I come back on Thursday, the main gameplay stream will be more Need for Speed Unbound. And I feel like after 2 sessions, that'll be more than enough for us to make the judgment. Do I want to keep playing this game? Or after 6 hours of gameplay, do we like, nah, it's just not that good. Let's do something else instead. So we'll do 2 streams of it today and Thursday, and that'll determine if this is a game we want to continue or not. Okay. Then Thursday night, more Warzone fun, Battle Royale action. Friday is the real premiere of One Piece Odyssey. And so we will play One Piece Odyssey on Friday as the main gameplay stream and delve, into the main story. Friday night, all right? Kind of up in the air because, again, I could either do... I was thinking of doing a return stream of Friday Night Fights because I haven't done old school Street Fighter now in over a month. And then when we did it last month, it was a one-time random thing. I would like maybe to do it again. I'm not saying we want to do Friday Night Fights every week. Just say I'm kind of craving fighting games, and maybe doing a one-off late night stream of fighting game fun on Friday could be pretty neat. So that's what I'm thinking for Friday night. Now, for the weekend, I am going to start, all right, with whatever game you guys have voted for the Viewer's Choice playthrough. And it's going to become a major game in the rotation starting this weekend. So, I urge you, if you have not yet voted for what game you would like to see for the Viewer's Choice playthrough, to do so. If you've already voted, and you take a look at the results, and it looks like the game that originally you voted for doesn't have a snowball's chance in hell of winning, you may not realize this. There is the ability to change your vote on YouTube. I don't know why, but it's there. I really don't agree with it. I think if you vote, you vote. That would be like saying, I want to vote for the Green Party for president. Oops, the Green Party has no chance of winning. Okay, I changed my vote to a different party. What? You already voted. But that's how YouTube works. You can change your vote at any time. I did check this morning, and it looks like The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion is still in the lead by about 7% of the vote. Then, but right behind it is Fallout 3. Sadly, I hate to say it, Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core, Stardew Valley, and Subnautica Below Zero don't really look like they have a chance of winning unless there's an insane amount of flipped votes or new votes that come out of nowhere. It's definitely going to be Oblivion. Now, we got today, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Those are the last days. Friday, essentially, I will announce the winner, and then we'll actually start playing the Viewer's Choice playthrough as the daytime stream this coming Saturday. All right? So, if you haven't voted yet, what are you waiting for? You can type ! Viewer's Choice into the chat. That'll bring up the link. Click on it. Vote. Or, if you're not live on stream, if you're watching this on demand, as many people tend to do, all you got to do is check the main community tab here of DSP Gaming. Scroll down. There's a poll. And vote. Okay? And that'll be starting over the weekend. Okay? Now, what I'm intending to do is alternate games. All right? Sounds like the truck outside is really loud. The hell is that? I know Jasper threw me for a loop too. Big squeak. Did you guys hear that? Anyway, oh my god, it's real loud. I hear it too, Jasper. There's a weird noise. Ah, he's leaving. I think he got scared. He's leaving the room. You could hear it? Weird squeaky metal noise outside. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh, so here's the plan, okay? This week, starting this weekend, we're going to alternate. We're going to have 2 daytime stream games and 2 night stream games. What will the daytime and nighttime stream games be? I guess it'll be determined by popularity. What will be the more popular games? Need for Speed Unbound, if we choose to continue it, which we don't know if we're going to or not. One Piece Odyssey, right? I should probably count on my hand. One Piece Odyssey. Whatever the Viewer's Choice game ends up being, which right now looks like it'll be Oblivion, and Warzone. We're going to have those 4 games that are going to be kind of alternated. Now, Warzone works well as a night stream and likely will continue. But the question is, which games should be daytime games? Which games should be a night stream game? Should we alternate? Should we have it that sometimes these games are day and sometimes they're night streams, right? I'm not sure. But let's see what happens this coming weekend. Now, we are about to go through the game release schedule on this very podcast for 2023. And you guys are going to see what games are coming up. And we're going to be able to talk about, gee, is this game interesting? Is that game interesting? You know, what is it that Phil should play? And then we can look at what else will be added to the schedule. Okay, but for now, I say the next 1 to 2 weeks, it looks like we kind of have a set schedule based on these games. Okay? Now, one other thing. This coming Sunday night, so not, you know, I guess it would be, let me see, what's today, the 9th? So that would be, let me see, the 14th? You know, I have a phone. Why don't I use it? It's pretty stupid, huh? You know, I got a phone with a calendar in it. Let me just pretend like I don't and guess like an idiot. No, actually, it's going to be the 15th, okay? So this coming Sunday night, January 15th, there will be no late night stream, okay? Why will there not be a late night stream? That is the night that I'm going to film patron private react videos for the month. For those who don't know, I have a Patreon. It's at patreon.com/DarkSidePhil. People who pledge $50 or more each month get the rights for me to make a private react video or a private Q&A video. No one's really asked for a private Q&A video in about a year, but last year they started a trend where people want private reacts, okay? So I believe this month I have to make 4 again. So being that each video is around 20 to 25 minutes long, it means I need about a 2-hour block. And so that Sunday night, the 15th, will be me working on those private react videos for patrons. So no stream that night, but back to normal after that, okay? Now, it's not, last month, if you remember, I had like twice as many for the holidays. This month, we're kind of back to normal with the set amount of videos, all right? All right, so that's the schedule. I hope that sounds good. I just want to do a quick reminder about our members goal, because as you can see, we did lose a few members overnight. Yesterday, we were around 512. Now we're down to 506. It happens. Some memberships expire and lapse, and it's all good. I would hope that if you were a channel member, you were enjoying it, you would consider renewing it. If you're someone who's never been a member before, I hope you would consider becoming a member. Maybe you're a regular of the channel, you want to support it. I would hope that maybe you consider gifting some memberships. Memberships are great. Not only do they help support this channel ongoing with, you know, support of a renewed nature. You know, that's kind of like consistent income for me every month. But also, you get tons of benefits. A highlighted name in the chat and video comments. You get access to all of my emotes everywhere you post on DSP Gaming. A cool chat crown badge to show how long that you've been a supporter. You don't have to abide by the slow mode rules of the chat. You can talk as much as you'd like. Access to premium benefits such as high priority for special events. Members usually get to nominate games and get them into the final poll for any event right away, while everyone else has to contend with all the other people who nominate games. So that's a big advantage also. Ask the King is coming up this month. If you're not aware, this is my bi-monthly Q&A show where I answer all of your questions live. And usually now, the vast majority of questions that I take on the show are from members, okay? I'd say about 80% of the questions are from members, and then we take a few from my forums on DSPgaming.com and a few from my Twitter at TheyCallMeDSP. So, behooves you to become a member, and you get so many cool benefits. Maybe, again, if you just want to help out the channel, you want to give some memberships to people. People have gifted memberships enabled. Just a couple months ago, we had over 1,000 members, so we probably got over 500 people waiting in the wings, ready to accept gifted memberships, okay? So So please consider it. Thanks in advance.
Nah, I've got to fucking call him out for that. Jesus Christ, man. A lot of those accounts are bot accounts, for fuck's sake. This shit here, his fucking greedy ass smile, hoping and praying there's actually that amount of fucking people in his chat waiting for a goddamn membership. Blissfully, I'd like to think Phil is blissfully unaware that most of his accounts that got that shit were bots. But maybe he is aware of it, who knows?
Again, we just want to help out the channel. You want to give some memberships?
The smile, look at this creepy ass smile coming up when he's thinking about the potential of getting an extra 500 members randomly, thanks to some sort of 500 member bomb from fucking, you know, emo or fucking OIC, Team Michael Game or whatever fucking shit. Who cares?
People have gifted memberships enabled. Just a couple months ago, we had over 1,000 members, so we probably got over 500 people waiting in the wings, ready to accept gifted memberships, okay? So please consider it. Thanks in advance to anyone who supports the channel. If we happen to hit 600 members at any point during January, I'm doing a very special event next month on February 11th. That's a Saturday. It's DSP's Super Bowl Saturday Bash, a marathon where I'll be dressed up in NFL attire. I'm going to get some NFL accessories to actually have during the course of the stream as well. We're going to be trying out snacks that people would basically eat when watching sports. You're talking like some microwave or oven-style snacks that you can make at home, but I might even order a pizza during the live stream, maybe have a few beers, who knows. We're going to be playing some retro actual sports games on the Switch, and I'll be doing some reacting as well. I'm going to react to old Super Bowl ads of yesteryear, and maybe even some other stuff, because people seem to be coming up with even more better ideas for what I could do during this event. But we have to hit the members goal of 600 members. And to forewarn everyone, we only have 2 more weeks to do it. Why? Because there was a large member bomb here on DSP Gaming about 2 weeks ago. It would have been December 24th, Christmas Eve. And if we don't hit the members goal by January 24th, 100 members are going to expire. And then we're going to be too far away to hit the goal. So we've had basically a little under 2 weeks to hit the goal. If you are considering becoming a member or supporting the channel, you know, great time to do it. All right, let's get that rally. Let's get that going. And by the way, I also announced that if we do hit the Tier 1 members goal, and if people were looking to have a special like Tier 2 event, I would consider it. And likely the Tier 2 event would be a special react event that I would plan out with you guys, like reacting to another documentary or something like that. But we have to hit the Tier 1 goal first. So we won't get there. I won't overpromise and underdeliver. I'll be more reserved this month, okay? There you go. All right, I've got one news story that I want to talk about, and then we're going to go through the game schedule, and then we're going to do shout-outs in that order, okay? So the one game news story I have for you all today, it's a very positive one. Microsoft has announced just this morning that likely on January 25th at 12 p.m. Pacific time, they are going to be doing a special live press event. Right now, they're calling it the Xbox Developer Direct, and it will feature content both from Xbox and Bethesda, but it's not official yet, meaning they haven't officially said, hey, this is it, and it's definitely on this date and time, and this is the name of it. They might change the date, they might change the name of it. But what the event is supposed to be is a roughly, I guess 1 hour is what they're assuming, feature. It's going to show games like Redfall, the Forza Motorsport series, Minecraft Legends, and probably more. And it's supposed to be an intimate look at the major games that are going to be coming for 2023. Apparently, this show is a direct response to the fact that Microsoft literally did not have any presence at the Game Awards last month. If you remember, in early December, the Game Awards had a lot of promotional stuff shown for upcoming games that like Microsoft showed literally nothing. They weren't even there. So I guess they got a lot of flack for that. And so what they've been doing is trying to put together their own event to try to start hyping up their games for this year. And it's going to be late on this month. But again, no concrete confirmation yet from Microsoft. We won't know yet. Well, we don't know yet exactly what to expect or when. Well, you know, likely we will get an update within the next week or two, because obviously they're going to want to hype it up, right? Obviously they're going to want to, you know, let people know what they're up to. So there you go. When we get more information about that, we'll talk about it. Will I do a live react? I don't know. I mean, it's at noon. So what I could even do is do my podcast, end it early, and do a live react with you guys, and then do maybe some gameplay after. I don't know. We'll think about it. We'll think about it together. Okay? All right? All right. So with all that said, now guys, it is time for us to go through the game schedule for the year. And I need to emphasize a couple things. When I go through a game release schedule, all right, I only talk about games that have actual specific release dates. Why do I do this? Multiple reasons. Usually, again, as I just said, I don't like to overpromise and underdeliver. The last thing I would want to do is get everyone's hopes up that I'm going to play a game around a certain time and then I can't. In addition, I find it is a very fruitless endeavor to get hype over a game that does not have a solid release date. Because how many times have we seen games, we're all excited, we get pumped, and then they don't even come out the year that you're expecting? Case in point, God of War Ragnarok was supposed to come out originally like 2021. Then it was listed as like, you know, different times in 2022. And then finally, when did it come out? Late 2022. So imagine if 2 years ago, people were having me do my game release schedule and I was like, oh, God of War Ragnarok, you know, early 2021. What would the point of that have been? You see? And that's why I don't do that. I wait for the actual solid release date. Even if they say, oh, summer. Summer is not a release date. Winter is not a release date. Fall is not a release date. That's a season. That doesn't even mean the game's coming out. It means they don't even know if it's going to be ready. They're just estimating. By the way, the chopper is finally here to take me away. I believe this is it's either the FBI, the CIA. They're going to come crashing through my window any moment and arrest me. So they're finally on to me, guys. I'm sorry. All the years I embezzled your money to make, you know, methamphetamines in my garage. Here they are.
No, Phil. But I didn't get to cover this beforehand, but Phil Burnell has spent at least $1,109 on the latest WWE Champions event. At least that amount of money. because it's quite possible he spent actually $1,442 on the latest WWE Champions event since Friday instead. How do we know this information? Well, how else? We're going to TJ Gamebox. With the great details. He keeps track of all these things. How does he calculate it? He takes track of his score in the event and compares it to Phil's score in the event. And because TJ does not spend anything more than like $5 at most, if ever, on these events, you know, he can calculate the difference in points and calculate how much money was spent, basically. Phil is in the top 20 as of like 20 hours ago. Was this 20 hours ago? Actually, when was his tweet? No, the tweet was quite a while ago, to be fair. So yeah, Phil spent at least $1,109. That is if he did not. That is actually if he did get his Macho Man card. If he didn't get a Macho Man card, he spent $1,442. We don't know if Phil got that card yet or not. So, yeah, Phil's been spending a lot lately in that fucking game.
Wait, what's that? It sounds like the choppers are leaving. I guess they got the wrong address. Okay. So anyway, without further ado, everyone here, let us go through the game release dates for 2023 so far, and I'm going to tell you which games I'm interested in playing or not. Some of these games I'm going to mention are notable games that I'm actually not even interested in. All right, but I'm going to tell you why. So let's start with this week. This week, the major release this week is One Piece Odyssey. It comes out this Friday, January 13th. As I've already stated, yes, I am going to be doing a demo, hopefully, of it tomorrow night, and then we're going to be starting off my major playthrough of it this coming Friday. All right, so that's a given. That's my first major new game of the year. The next notable game would be Fire Emblem Engage, which comes out January 20th. That's 1 week from this Friday. And the answer is no. I'm not going to be playing it, okay? And you might say, why not? Okay? Well, I have a very good answer for this. In fact, I have multiple levels of answer for this. Number one, because I'm already going to be playing multiple RPGs. We're going to have One Piece going, and it looks like we're going to be starting up either Oblivion or Fallout 3 this coming weekend, which is the viewer's choice playthrough. That's 2 RPGs. There's absolutely, positively no way ever I could play 3 RPGs at once. It would never work. My viewership would tank. People would say you're not doing enough variety. It would basically be a disaster. I'm not stupid enough to think that I could do 3 RPGs at once. That's number one. Number two. Excuse me. Sorry about that. The Fire Emblem games are infamously long. The last Fire Emblem game that I played lasted so long, it ended up going an entire summertime and continued even further into the year, and we basically, it was so ridiculous. Which is fine if you're only playing a Fire Emblem game and maybe you don't have anything else to do, but as you guys know, I'm a variety content creator. I'm already going to be starting up Oblivion, which likely is going to be an insanely long playthrough. The last thing that I need right now is another game that's going to take us 7 months to beat. And then certainly last but not least, if you compare the universe of Fire Emblem to the universes of, say, the Elder Scrolls or One Piece, I would much rather play a One Piece game and an Elder Scrolls game over a Fire Emblem game. Only because first of all, One Piece, we haven't done any games of One Piece in a long time. Yes, we dabbled with that One Piece Pirate Warriors game last year for like a session or two. We beat up some guys. It wasn't a huge deal. Previous to that, we've almost never, ever played a One Piece game. And I know what a fan base it has, and I'm excited to be jumping into a major new game that's One Piece. In addition, obviously, I like Elder Scrolls. I love Skyrim. We've played Morrowind before, and this will be my opportunity to actually delve into a Elder Scrolls game that I never got very far in. I'm much more interested in those than Fire Emblem. So, Fire Emblem Engage. I'm well aware it comes out on the 20th. I'm well aware tons of people will be playing it. I'm well aware that people will be saying, Phil, why on earth are you playing such and such a game and such and such a game and not Fire Emblem? I already gave you your answers. So when people say, Phil, why aren't you playing Fire Emblem Engage? I'm going to say, check out the Level 1 podcast, January 9th. I already answered your question. I'm not going to give you a timestamp. I'm going to make you watch the entire 2-hour show to get your answer. There you go. Okay. Actually, all right. 34 minutes in. 34 minutes in to the January 9th Level 1 podcast. That's where you'll get your answers on why I'm not playing Fire Emblem Engage. Okay? There's your timestamp. 34 minutes in. Okay. Let's continue. The next new release of January is called Forspoken, and it's coming out January 24th. Okay? So that would be a week from... 2 weeks from this Tuesday. So 2 weeks from tomorrow. Okay? Now, I will be honest with everyone. I followed this game for a couple of years. At first, when Forspoken was first shown on the internet, a lot of people thought it was going to be the new Final Fantasy. It is not. Okay? Final Fantasy 16 is a completely separate game. This game has, in my opinion, pretty impressive graphics. And that's about it. Like, after looking at the game, and seeing the plot, the protagonist, everything it's about, it doesn't really interest me. Now, I know some people would have issue with that. But Phil, you used to always play every new release. How dare you say you're not finding any appeal in a new release? Don't you know it's your absolute responsibility as a streamer and a content creator? You must play every new game, and if you don't play Forspoken, you are a irresponsible jackass. I'll never forgive you, and I'm actually going to come to your house and throw eggs and toilet paper at it. Well, first of all, what I would say is if you try, you're going to get arrested because I live in a private community. But number two, I feel like I do have the right to pick and choose the games that appeal to me, all right? And taking a look at the landscape of games coming out in January, I'm just going to be honest, I don't think this game appeals to me. Maybe it does appeal to a certain audience. I don't think I'm that audience, for whatever reason.
Shut up for a second. We've got a bingo, so yeah, shut. It's our first bingo of the game, guys. Fucking hurry for that. Yeah, this is... I was going to say, was that kind of toxic there by Phil? By him fucking acting that way? Like, he's basically fucking pretending to be his audience and he's fucking insinuating his audience are all whiny bitches. I'm marking toxic. That was him being toxic to his own audience.
Reason, I don't know. You know, and sometimes, you know, a game like this, it might be intriguing because you don't know what it's going to be. But for me, it's kind of like, not very impressed. All right? Now, here's the deal. Let's say Forspoken comes out on January 24th.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Jonathan J for the super sticker. It's like a wee fox saying hiya. Very cute indeed. Thank you very much for that, Jonathan J. I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah, Phil's... This is such a fucking boring ass... Why did Phil think reading off a list of fucking games would be fucking exciting content? Here's what I'm going to be doing in January, and here's what I'm going to be doing in February, here's what I'm going to be doing in March, and he fucking includes things that he's not going to be fucking doing just because he wants to fucking explain why he's so fucking smart for skipping various fucking games. Jesus fucking Christ, man. No wonder this fucking audience fucking just gets into their own fucking little bubbles and talk about their own fucking things. If they had to talk about what Phil's talking about, they'd probably end up fucking shooting themselves in the goddamn head how fucking boring it is. But quite a lot of non-members in Phil's chat today I'm seeing. Like a Big R33, Jeff, trying. I'm kind of looking at Phil's chat here. And there's quite a number of non-members in there as well. Sort of times, you know, so it's an interesting mix. So I'm just saying they're probably kind of primed for a member bomb, put it that way. And Phil probably will get a member bomb eventually by the fucking 24 or 24 or something.
But for me, it's kind of like, not very impressed. All right? Now, here's the deal. Let's say Forspoken comes out on January 24th. And people start playing it, or maybe a few days ahead. The early reviews come out, and people are like, oh my god, I can't believe it. It's one of the best games in years. You know, holy shit. I can't, you know, wow. If that's the case, then I'll play it. All right? But right now, there's this big air of uncertainty around this game. No one really knows exactly what it's going to be or what to expect. A lot of people are speculating it's probably not going to be that good or anything too special. So, we'll see. Well, the way I say it is, I know it comes out on the 24th of January. I'm aware of the game, but I'm just not interested or impressed at this point. It could change, and if that changes, great. Maybe I'll check it out, but I'm not committing to it because right now I don't seem too interested in it. All right? Fair enough? Okay. What I am interested in is the Dead Space remake coming out January 27th. I would say, you know, after One Piece Odyssey, yeah, the next real game that I'm majorly interested in is the Dead Space remake on January 27th. Why? Two reasons. Number one, I am indeed a huge fan of the Dead Space games. They were some of my favorite survival horror games of that console generation. Even Dead Space 3, which I feel did lose its horror factor and scare factor because it was a co-op shooter, I still love the franchise. I was incredibly sad when Visceral Games was basically shut down by EA, and it looked like that was the end of this kind of horror game. But now we've got the original dev team of Dead Space making the Callisto Protocol, which we just played, and I want to directly compare that with how this new dev team does with the remake of Dead Space, all right? It's actually, for me, I kind of feel like it's going to be head-to-head, you know, direct competition between Callisto Protocol and Dead Space Remake. Which will do better, which will do worse, I honestly don't know. That's what I want to find out, all right? So absolutely on January 27th, it's the Dead Space Remake. I'll be checking it out. Now, I was told there is a new SpongeBob game coming out at the end of January called SpongeBob the Cosmic Shake. Supposedly it comes out January 31st, but I couldn't find 100% confirmation on that. Like, somebody told me about this and I've written the date down, but then when I went and I started searching game release dates, I didn't really see it, like, listed concretely anywhere. So I don't know if this is correct or not. If there is a new SpongeBob game at the end of January and you guys are interested in seeing me play it, I would consider it. It's a maybe. But number one, I certainly don't want to commit to it if I don't know what it is. And, you know, like I said, I couldn't really find a concrete confirmation of what the game is or when it's coming out. So I guess I'll play it by your attitude. And if you guys have any more concrete information about this, I'd be all ears about it to learn about it. I also don't know what it is. Is it going to be like Battle for Bikini Bottom, which I played the remastered version of many years ago? Or would it be something new and different? I don't know what it is, right? So there you go. Okay. It is the sequel for Battle for Bikini Bottom? Oh. If it is the sequel, then I want to play it. I like Battle for Bikini Bottom. I actually thought it was a pretty good game. Pretty solid action platformer. You know, this will be a more modern one. Okay, let's continue. So now we head into February, all right? Admittedly, this year is nothing like last year. If you remember last year, starting in February and heading all the way through April, it was like a gaming blitz. It was like giant game, giant game, giant game, giant game, and even between the giant games, there were mid-sized to small games. It was just insano overload, all right? This year is not so much like that, and let's go through it. So February, the first game I'm interested in, Hogwarts Legacy, comes out February 10th. Yes, I can confirm with all of you, I'm very interested in playing Hogwarts Legacy. No, I'm not going to get into political discourse about how J.K. Rowling apparently gets into arguments with trans people and stuff all the time. I don't care. I don't give a shit about any of that. I'm not part of it. I want to enjoy a game at face value for what it is and enjoy the Harry Potter universe. I've never played a Harry Potter game before, so this would be my first opportunity to do so. I absolutely am not going to involve myself with this bullshit. I absolutely refuse. And I'll just tell you right now, if people try to start bringing up this kind of dumb shit, during the streams, you're not going to be here very long. Because that's not what the game is about, that's not what the streams are about, and people who want to mesh the two, just because they have fucking agendas, are not going to be around to spread that agenda much longer, okay? So, and by the way, that goes both ways, because I know there's some people who are like, oh, I support J.K. Rowling, I completely hate J.K. Rowling. I don't care how you feel about J.K. Rowling. The game's not made by J.K. Rowling, okay? So we could just separate that, the art from the artist. The artist didn't even make the game, all right? So just cut that shit out right now. Okay, so, yes, I'm playing Hogwarts Legacy on February 10th. Yes, it should be fun. It's not actually, Harry Potter, right? It's actually just Hogwarts. It's the universe, the wizarding world, but it doesn't have the Harry Potter plotline in it, which I like. I like the fact that, again, like I said, with the One Piece game, it's not you just going through the same plots. It's not the same characters. Instead, it's kind of like its own unique deal, and I like that about it, all right? You know, what will the choosing hat choose? What school will it choose for me, right? How many Haxorum Imaginaris Contortums will I cast? Wow, that's not even close to the spell. I know, that was really bad. Illuminaris, Contraris, don't fart on your chairis. All right, anyway, it should be good. Obviously, if the playthrough sounds anything like what I just said, it's going to be comedy gold. So I'm excited for that. Coming out February 10th. Yes, I'll be playing it. Okay? So, then, if we hit the membership goal for this month of 600 members, my actual Super Bowl bash would be the next day. It would actually be Saturday, February 11th. That would be the day of my marathon. I actually put it in here so I would have it ingrained in my head when exactly in the schedule it would be. I would love that. I would love to do it. But we got to have some movement on members. We got to have some people either becoming members, renewing memberships, or gifting memberships to make that happen. Okay? The next game in February, honestly, that looks interesting to me is Atomic Heart, which comes out February 21st. This is a Game Pass game that kind of looks like a, man, what's the word? Like almost like a Frankenstein's Army style first-person shooter. I've seen a lot about this on the internet over the last few years, but honestly, I don't know. We never saw much concrete information, just a few preview videos of it. But that's supposed to be coming out on the 21st. And at the same day, Like a Dragon Ishin. This is a spin-off game of the Yakuza franchise, where basically you're playing as the characters from the Yakuza games, but it's set in feudal Japan. So they've all, instead of Yakuza crime bosses, they're now like samurai, and you know what I mean? Like stuff like that, bandits, and they're fighting each other. It's kind of an interesting premise, a what-if premise. What if Yakuza took place in a different time period? Now, originally this was a PS3 game from many, many years ago, but it did very well in Japan, but never got ported anywhere else. They're finally porting it worldwide, and it's coming out on the 21st, so absolutely, I'm excited to play that. Then, if you're not aware, and this, I'm only putting this on my calendar for informational purposes, the PlayStation VR 2 is releasing on February 22nd. And so you'll be hearing about certain games, like there's the Horizon VR game coming out. It's like Heart of the Mountain or something it's called, or something like that. With a few others as well. Now, do I actually foresee any game on PSVR 2 being a must-play killer app? No. Am I getting PSVR 2? No. I got PSVR 1. And I will say this. I don't feel like I got burned with the PSVR 1. All right? I'm actually happy I got PSVR 1. And here's why. It was a unique time in history where VR was being hyped up massively in the mainstream gaming media. They were claiming that VR was the future, that was going to change games, okay? Every piece of media was saying this. It wasn't one, it was like all of them were on board. It was either going to be the HTC Vive or the Oculus Rift or the PSVR. They were going to change everything. And gaming, you know, is really going into the next level with this stuff, okay? PSVR, all right? I got it. I played it for 1 month at launch. A lot of my content that launch month was VR stuff. Okay, now by the way, this was before I was a full-time interactive streamer. So it was kind of unique to see me do this. I wasn't talking with my audience on streams at the time anyway. So, you know, it was a long time ago. We're talking, you know, over 6 years ago when this thing came out. I played games such as Job Simulator, Until Dawn, Roller Coaster of Blood, or whatever the hell it was called. Some of the launch titles, like there was the one where you were in a cage and there was like sharks and sea life around you. But then there was like a heist that you did as well, like a bank heist. There was a game where there were no humans, but you were walking around, there was like demons and stuff, and apparently it was supposed to be that everyone had died, but you were talking with God. I forgot what the name of the game was. It was kind of a pseudo-psychological horror game. You know, among a few others, it's hard for me to even remember. Oh, there was a Batman VR game. That's right, Batman VR, which was like 2.5 hours long. Ridiculous. They charge you as much money as they did for a 2.5 hour long game. But anyway, I played a slew of VR games at the launch of PSVR 1. The last game I played on my PSVR was Resident Evil 1. I bought the game as a new release. I think it was January 2017. I played it as a regular game. And then when I beat it, I went back and I played about 3 or 4 hours of it in VR. All right? And that was it. After that, like, I literally never found another reason to boot this thing up. And, you know, there was a lot of different reasons why. Number one is because I felt the gimmick had kind of worn out after having played several different genres of games or whatever. At first, I was blown away. It was so unique to feel like you were in the game, to actually be surrounded by this game world, and to be an interactive part of it. Admittedly, I thought it was really fun at first. But after having done it for about a month, the gimmick kind of died out, and it became more about being frustrated that a lot of these games had limitations. You're trying to play, but if you don't have a ton of space to move around, basically they barely even work, okay? And that's bad, all right? Now, in addition to that, wearing that PSVR headset was very uncomfortable. It ended up making this level of like steam and sweat on my head that after about 20 minutes, I wanted to just take it off. It was very uncomfortable. And then on top of that, I'd say about maybe 1/3 of the games I played were starting to make me very queasy, like sick to my stomach. And that's for good reason. For those who don't know, the human body, all right, basically has what's called, it has a defense system, a defense mechanism that it uses when it thinks that you're poisoned, all right? So just listen to this. I did research into this to find out why does VR make some people sick. So let's say, for example, you are playing a VR game and it's a racing game. All you're seeing and hearing is you're in a car and you're flying down a highway, but your body knows you're not on a highway. You're just sitting in a chair. It doesn't feel any momentum or movement, right? So your body, if you can believe this, I know science is pretty wild sometimes. Your body puts 2 and 2 together and says, you're seeing things that aren't real. You're hallucinating. That means you may be poisoned, and your body kicks in a gag reflex to try to purge whatever is causing you to be poisoned in your body and makes you barf. Yeah, that's why you get queasy when you do VR stuff. And I never knew that until PSVR. When I started to get queasy and I did the scientific research, I was like, that's why? That's really interesting. So it's your body caring about you and wanting you to be safe. But it sucks when you're playing VR and you don't want to barf and your body wants you to barf. Okay? So basically, some of the games were doing that. So it's like, let me see. Number one, I can't even look at my stream or my stream chat because I have this giant device on my head that's heavy. It hurts my neck after about 20 minutes. It's uncomfortable. It's sweaty. It's gross. It fogs up. It's kind of nasty. Number two, I'm starting to get queasy for about half the time that I play the thing. And number three, none of the games that I played felt like killer apps. You know what I'm saying? Not one. I don't think there was a single game I played on PSVR that I was like, wow, I'm so happy I experienced that game of the year contender. Like, never once did I ever feel like that. So, that being said, you look at PSVR 2. Okay, there's going to be a Horizon game on it. Great. It'll probably look nice. It'll have better graphics than the previous PSVR because this one, I think, is a higher definition or whatever. So maybe it'll be fun, right? But was the mainstream Horizon game that just came out game of the year contender? Not really. So, why would the VR game be a big deal, right? And if you look at the lineup of games that are coming out. There's another horror game from Supermassive Games, so it's going to be kind of the spiritual successor to the Roller Coaster Until Dawn game that they did for PSVR 1. And, you look at it, so why do I need to drop $600? Yes, it costs $600 for PSVR 2. That's more expensive than the PlayStation 5 console you need to run it. It's that expensive, okay? So why do I need to drop that much money for this device that's not proven that it's going to do anything special, that's going to blow you away? None of these games have been reviewed as killer app. Why would you want to do that? I've been there, done that once, all right? I dropped the money once. And, to me, it frustrated me that I spent all that money and I basically used it for like a month and then one more game and that was it. And it literally sat in a closet for 5.5, 6 years with no use because there's no games on it that anyone ever talks about. So, no, I'm not getting PSVR 2. I feel like, as they say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I'm not going to be fooled a second time and drop all that money on something, And let's also be honest here. Was gaming completely changed and revolutionized by VR? No. All the gaming journalists were lying again. All they do is they overhype this shit to try to have something to talk about. No, VR didn't change anything about gaming. In fact, if anything, it fizzled out and died. I mean, out of all the VR games that have come out in the last 6 years, what's the one that you remember? Everyone says it's that Half-Life Alyx game. That game apparently was really good. It continued the plot of the Half-Life franchise. That's like your one must play. So I need to buy a bunch of VR devices, so once every 7 years, there's one game I need to play. No. No, I don't think so. I think I'll skip. I'll be the skipper, okay? Okay, so anyway, no, I'm not doing PSVR 2, but yes, it is in my schedule here. I didn't even know about this one. Did you guys know there is a sequel to Octopath Traveler that's coming out on February 24th? I had no idea. By then, you would hope that we've wrapped up all the RPGs except Oblivion, because Oblivion's going to be an ongoing playthrough. But by then, likely we won't be doing any other RPGs, so maybe we'll actually play it. I don't know. I never played Octopath 1, but everyone loved it and said that it would have been the kind of game that I would have liked, and it was a shame that I never played it. So maybe Octopath Traveler 2 will be right up my alley. Okay, February 24th. I didn't know that, but it's on the calendar, all right? So now we head into March. Whoops, I smacked it. And in March, we've got Wolong Fallen Dynasty on March 3rd, all right? And looks interesting. I don't know if it'll be good or not, but we've seen some good footage of it, right? Isn't it the makers of Neo? So I think it could be pretty good, and I'm interested in it. Skull and Bones comes out March 9th. No, I'm not interested in it at all. Looks terrible. Looks like a game that they're literally only pushing it out because they had a contractual obligation to do so, but the game looks like it's been through development hell for so long, it's probably not going to be very good. But I put it on there for curiosity's sake. March 17th, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Yes, this I'm excited for. When people say, okay, Phil, what games in 2023 are you excited for? I'm excited for Star Wars Jedi Survivor because the first one was really good, right? Star Wars Jedi, what was it? Fallen Order? Fallen Order was a shockingly good game. Great graphics, great controls, fun story, exploration, puzzles, combat, everything came together for a really solid package. I really liked it, and I can't wait to play the sequel. We originally thought there would never be a sequel, and then all of a sudden we found out, no, actually they're making it, so I'm very excited about that. Resident Evil 4 Remake, March 24th. Sure, I'm excited for that. A year ago, exactly 1 year ago, I was playing Resident Evil 4. I like the game a lot. And actually, I think I appreciated it more last year when I played it than my original run years before. We're doing it with the remake now with better graphics, more gameplay elements, other things added. I think it's gonna be a great game. I'm excited for it. Crime Boss, March 28th. Now, originally, I wasn't too interested in this, but apparently Crime Boss is a game that's getting a complete celebrity cast. Like, all the characters are real actors and stuff. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I got it confused, but I swear that's what this game was, right? If anyone wants to look into that, Crime Boss, March 28th, I may be interested in playing it just on curiosity's sake if they really did get a complete killer cast of people to play the characters, but let me know, because I think that's what it was. I might have gotten my games confused, though. Now heading into April, Horizon Forbidden West's expansion. It's called Burning Shores. Comes out April 19th. Am I going to play it? You want my honest opinion? Probably not. But it's a maybe. If you guys really want to see me do it. But the thing is, you guys didn't really like Horizon Forbidden West like last year to, the main game. So kind of like, why on earth would I pay for the DLC and play it if you guys didn't like the main game, right? Dead Island 2 is supposedly coming out on April 28th. I have absolutely no clue if I'm playing that or not. The only reason I threw that in there is because it's curiosity purposes. Again, here's a game that no one even knew was still in development. Then they announced it. Then they fucking delayed it anyway. So we'll see what happens with that. And then in May, Zelda Tears of the Fallen, May 12th, supposedly. If it doesn't get delayed, yes, I'm absolutely all over that one. Suicide Squad game comes out May 26th. Yes, totally, 100%. It's a Rocksteady game. We love Rocksteady games. All over that one. May 31st, the Final Fantasy 1 through 6 collection. So if you're not aware, I want to say it was like 2 years ago, but maybe it was early last year. So Square Enix released what they called the Final Fantasy Pixel Remasters. It was basically redone versions of Final Fantasy 1 through 6 that was still looking retro, but had updated graphics, updated music, updated gameplay elements for a modern audience, and they were released on PC only. And mobile. Excuse me, I forgot mobile. PC and mobile. Why? Right? Well, I don't know, honestly. Right? You would think they would have thought that there would have been a console audience, but apparently they didn't think so. All right? But these games sold really well on PC to the point where Square Enix was convinced, oh, maybe we should put these out for consoles. So on May 31st, they're actually putting them out both for PlayStation 4 and the Switch. Now, being that they're old school games, it doesn't really matter what version you buy. It's probably going to look exactly the same. I don't know which version I would get. But obviously, that's a pretty good collection to have. That's 6 games. Now, I've played Final Fantasy 4 and 6 for you. I've never played 1, 2, 3, or 5. 5 in particular, I've played multiple times. I like the game, but I like it for the music and the gameplay. I actually feel the story is quite inferior. However, I like everything else about it. Final Fantasy 1, 2, and 3, I've played them all at least once, but never frequently, and I don't really remember much about them. So I don't know actually how those would translate into playthroughs for you guys. But I would be definitely considering doing some playthroughs of those. Hey, you know me, I love classic Final Fantasy, I love classic JRPGs. Maybe we could do one a year or one every 6 months just for variety's sake as a chill playthrough, right? They're not lengthy games either. They're pretty short games. So, all right, so that's a possibility. Now, June actually is quite a big month. Listen to this. June 2nd, Street Fighter 6. Now, you guys know that I'm very excited for Street Fighter 6. I played 2 waves of the beta. I think the game plays outstanding. I feel like the final game will be even better when there's more characters, more player base, probably more balance. It'll be interesting. But in addition, Street Fighter 6 is going to have likely the most offline single-player content of any Street Fighter game ever created. It looks like so cool. You can make your own character, go through a story mode, beat other fighters, absorb their special moves, turn it into a custom character, and then go through this game, exploring an open world. It seems really neat. Like, what a cool premise for a fighting game. They've done things like this previously. I remember in the early 2000s, Soul Calibur did this on the Dreamcast, and I absolutely loved it. And now they're actually doing it in the modern era with Street Fighter 6. That's like right up my alley for what I'm looking for in a Street Fighter game. We'll have the whole online component of learning characters and playing online competitively, but then the whole offline component of doing all this content as well. So, June 2nd, I would say out of all these games so far, I would say Star Wars, Jedi Survivor, Zelda, Tears of the Fallen, and Street Fighter 6 are my most 3 hyped games of the year so far for me. Like, that's the big 3 for me that I'm really excited for. All right? Diablo 4 comes out June 6th. Just a few days later, after Street Fighter 6, the new Diablo. Now, I'll be honest with all of you here. I really liked Diablo 1 and 2. Back in the day, I played the hell out of these games on PC. I got addicted to them. I played them numerous times. I had a lot of fun with them. When Diablo 3 came out, I was excited because I was a YouTuber at this point. And I was like, wow, I'm going to get to share the new Diablo with my viewing audience on YouTube. And I was stoked for it. And it failed miserably. I played through this game. People found it incredibly boring. They didn't think it was very good at all. They thought that it was one of the more boring playthroughs I'd ever done and kind of didn't even want me to see me continue. But I played through the whole game simply because I bought it and I wanted to see it. I was a fan of the originals. But you keep in mind many factors here. Number 1, this was before the era of direct capture. Number 2, this was before I was a live streamer who was interactive with my audience. It very much could be a different situation now, where if I play Diablo 4, because I'm an interactive live streamer, things are all different. And we use it as an opportunity for chill interactive gaming, where we play and talk together, rather than it just being about me grinding, and paying attention to the game, right? So, perhaps Diablo 4 will work. I am strongly considering playing it. That's on June 6th. And then the last game of the year that has an actual solid release date that I'm interested in, Final Fantasy 16 on June 22nd. I really hope, I really sincerely hope they finish the game. And it's not another Final Fantasy 15 situation. Because if you remember, when I played Final Fantasy 15, I told you guys, it was like a sad success. Because the game was very good, but it felt like it could have been one of, if not the best RPG ever, but the game has holes in it. The game had missing components. The game wasn't even coherent in parts, because it really felt like it was rushed and unfinished, which I guess later on it was revealed it actually was. Obviously, I want to basically enjoy this game as a whole. I don't want this game to be underwhelming or unfinished like 515 was. So I hope that they take their time and they finish it, okay? So that's really the game release schedule so far this year. Like I said, biggest hype games for me would definitely be, okay, Dead Space Remake, because just for curiosity's sake, is it better than Callisto Protocol? Definitely the new Zelda, Tears of the Fallen.
Yeah, shut up for a second. We have another bingo to celebrate. You don't know why, and a T-pose. They actually done a T-pose first and done a Y-pose afterwards. So yeah, that is another bingo right there with a fucking column, the fourth column down. But I'm just trying to let Phil fucking rabble on as fast as possible. We've actually almost caught up to live Phil.
The new Star Wars Jedi Survivor and Street Fighter 6. Those would be the ones, the big ones. Alright? That I would say would be the ones that I'm excited for. Alright? I hope you guys feel the same. By the way, hold on a second here. I just got an important update from YouTube. This is live breaking news, okay? So we actually have been talking about this recently, and it's official from YouTube. They're actually sending out the information today. Are you ready? This is positive news. Starting February 1st, 2022, YouTube is going to...
Before he even gets to that, I've got to fucking count that as good news. He says, this is positive news. Positive means the same as good. This is good news. Positive news. That's a fucking bingo right there. Diagonal line. Top left to bottom right. See, I know, he kind of alluded, he almost said good news earlier on. It's like, I've got some gaming news, whatever, you know, and it's actually some positive announcements from Microsoft. So he came close to saying something as close to good news earlier on, but I didn't actually say it. But the fact he just said positive news is close enough for me. And to be fair, I just got the email as well, like half an hour ago. I feel, if it's, if it's a fucking thing Phil's would read it could be the same email I've got. New YouTube partner program terms coming this week. So see what Phil says about it and see if it's the same thing as the email I've got.
Live breaking news, okay? So we actually have been talking about this recently, and it's official from YouTube. They're actually sending out the information today. Are you ready? This is positive news. Starting February 1st, 2022, YouTube is going to start monetizing shorts, but really monetizing them. And what I mean by that is, right now, when you set up a YouTube short and you say I want to monetize it, it doesn't get monetized.
Okay, that's not the thing I fucking got from YouTube. But as an instance, I mean, basically it is, you know. Yeah, big fucking deal. I got the same fucking email. Big fucking deal. It was announced in September. They're monetizing YouTube Shorts. What's changing? One of the biggest changes is that monetizing partners will now be able to earn revenue from ads that run in the Shorts feed. What do I need to do? Starting this week, you'll see a banner in YouTube Studio letting you know when terms are available to review and accept. Big fucking deal. I'm not a big Shorts person anyways, I don't really apply much to me. Phil though, his fucking eyes are lighting up. This is another way I can make money. Please watch all my shorts, guys. Fuck off, Phil.
The only way that a YouTube short actually gets monetized is if it gets like 1 million or more views, and then you make like $2 on it, okay? So what they have is they have a whole new program they're launching where they're going to really monetize YouTube Shorts now, okay? So by the way, prepare for YouTube to be inundated by shorts because every content creator out there is now going to start pumping out shorts like crazy, all right? Now, the reason I'm saying this is because I just got an email from YouTube stating that within the next 1 to 2 weeks, everyone who has a YouTube account is going to have in their creator studio a pop-up, a new banner. It's going to say, click here, you must accept the new terms of service. And essentially all they say is, hey, I accept that shorts can now be monetized in this manner, okay? If you do that, then immediately you can do a YouTube short that makes some money. Starting February 1st. I guess that's a change. I guess I'll have to try it. I'll have to try YouTube short or two and see how they work, okay? But if you don't accept it, basically what's going to happen is it says July here. July. If you don't accept the new terms by July 10th, you get removed from the YouTube partner program entirely. Now, why would you not accept? I wonder. I guess we have to take a look. What are the new terms? Is the new term change really just shorts? Or are they going to try to sneak some other stuff in? I hope not. Because I hate to say it, sometimes they try that tricky stuff. They're like, oh.
That would count as a creepy whisper. He's leaning towards the fucking microphone and he said it quite well. He didn't really change volume, but that's... Phil was trying to imply a creepy fucking whisper. That's a bingo. Also, this could be a good thumbnail. Give me a second here. It's a wee bit blurry for my liking, so maybe I can go forward or back a frame or two. What the fuck is going on with Phil here? Okay, that might do. That might fucking do. Hold on. This is my future thumbnail game in play here. Let's see. I want to include his arms as well. I won't fucking do it. Hang on, let me redo that. I'm just getting this thumbnail sorted. Let's see how well this works when I try and move the background. It might not work too great. I'll have to wait and see, I guess. Phil's goofy ass fucking clown mode. Anyway. Creepy Whisper, was that a double bingo for Creepy Whisper? Dash was saying double bingo. Yeah, it was, because it's also horizontal as well as vertical. Okay, so hang on. There you go.
I hope not. Because I hate to say it, sometimes they try that tricky stuff. They're like, oh, the only change is YouTube Shorts, and then there's two new paragraphs that changes the whole partner program that you weren't aware of. So I hope not. All right, I really hope not. I guess we'll have to see. I'm gonna have to, you know, when it says click here, I'll have to read through and see what if I can see if anything's changed or whatever. I hope everything stays. Listen, I like how everything is going here on YouTube. I'm enjoying being a full-time content creator and streamer here. I like that I have the community that I built here. I like that this channel has built up over the last almost 2 years now that I've been a full-time YouTuber again, that we've gotten tens of thousands of new subscribers to the channel. You know, I really am enjoying my time here on YouTube, and I don't want anything to really change, you know? So I hope that things don't change. I hope that things stay the same the way that they've been. But the thing is, sometimes things change. It's not what you can do. You know, it's like I accept it or I don't. If I don't accept it, I'm out of the partner program in July. So I guess I got to really sit down and read carefully and see exactly what it is that I'm signing up for and all of that, but let's hope for the best, okay? Okay. All right, guys. That's what I had to talk about today. So now it is time for shout-outs and discussion around said shout-out and going from there. See how much time we have left. Fair enough. Okay, so on the YouTube side of things today, we have many shout-outs. We start off with Showtime, who did a super chat.
I'm going to slow back down, guys, to 1.25 speed because when Phil's reading shout-outs, he goes so much faster. 1.25 for the shout-outs.
Thank you to Showtime for that super chat. I appreciate it. In fact, that is the only super chat so far today. So let's get Showtime up on the leaderboard. Thank you. Tom Walla became a channel member this morning. Thank you, Tom Walla, for the membership. So I believe we did go up a member. And then thank you to Jade, who yesterday became... Wow, this is all screwed up. Thank you to Jade, who yesterday became an ultra-level channel supporter. I appreciate that, Jade, and... Look at this. There we go. I appreciate that, Jade. Thank you. He clicked on his, his pop-up message for it this morning. Thank you, Jade, for that. But that doesn't count as a new one because that happened yesterday. On the tips side of stuff, let's take a look at what we got this morning. We start off today with a $1 tip from Snow Carl. He says, I notice you keep saying people can change their votes because Oblivion is being followed by a huge margin. It's not. It's only like 7%. That's not huge, but it is a good margin. Do you not want to play Oblivion, or what's the deal? I could love Crisis Core in the future, I would love Crisis Core in the future, by the way. No, I'm totally okay with Oblivion. Like I told you, as long as people are willing to buy in and make it an interactive playthrough, because I don't know that much about Oblivion. And the last time I played Oblivion, it wasn't interactive. It was me trying to figure it out for myself, and it didn't work. It ended up being boring. So as long as people are willing to make it a fun interactive playthrough like Skyrim was last year, I'm totally on board for Oblivion, okay? But what I'm saying is, there's quite a lot of people who voted for games that just have no hope. And, you know, I don't want people to feel like that, like their vote got thrown away. Very well, one of those people who voted for one of the games that is not going to win also could be thrown towards Oblivion, right? Like, let's say you voted for Subnautica. Well, guys, guess what? There's zero chance Subnautica is going to get played as a viewer's choice playthrough. So you can reapply your vote, but you can reapply to Oblivion too if you want. I'm not telling you not to. I'm just saying, you know, we still have several days for the voting to go, okay? Okay. Snowcurl did another $1 tip. He's in chat yesterday. I saw accusations that you rate games based on a cat's influence. He said, I personally don't get that. Do you think that you guys influence each other's preferences for games much? Let me put it this way. If my wife influenced my taste in games, you would have never seen High on Life in my countdown yesterday. You definitely would have never seen... Well, I'm trying to think the order that I rated the games. There was at least 2 or 3 games in my Game of the Year countdown that my wife hates. She hates High on Life. She watched me play it. She couldn't stomach it. She was like, I hate the humor. I hate the gunplay. She didn't like anything about it. And she was like, she never watched me play. After watching me play it once because she wanted to see what it was, she absolutely hated it. And never went back and ever watched me play it ever again. So that never would have been, you know what I mean? No. I judge things fairly for myself. I mean, obviously my wife has her own opinions on games as well. Which I value. I'm glad that she shares her opinions on games with me. At the same time, no, I'm not gonna let her opinions on games influence mine. That's silly. Everyone has the right to a different opinion on games. There's some games that she absolutely hates that I like. There's some games that I hate that she likes, you know? So, there you go. I got a $1 tip from Fandango. Fandango says, I play Microsoft Flight Simulator on PC with VR. It's probably the most insane experience ever, especially piloting the fighter jets. VR is definitely made for more simulator-style experiences. I can't even describe in my words how cool it is to fly in VR. So I must ask you this, Fandango. I'm assuming that the gameplay experience in VR is much better than what I experienced on the Series X, because remember, we were playing Flight Sim for a while, and man, as soon as you get close to anything, those graphics fall apart, right? Those graphics look terrible. They just get, you know, low definition, blocky, choppy. When you're far away, they look really, really good. But as soon as you get close to any landmarks, it's like, oh god, it looks like shit. But I would assume that was just for the Xbox version. That perhaps the PC version is way more detailed and better than that, right? Probably. Anyway, I could see that. I could definitely see the sim feeling being the main focus of why VR is good. I 1,000,000% could definitely see that. But again, that's why I kind of feel like, are there really any killer app must-play VR games? Has there been one yet? Again, the one game everyone says, Half-Life Alyx. Now, I don't know because I haven't played that one. It was PC only. But outside of that, you know, I haven't heard of a single game that if you didn't play this VR game, you missed out, and man, you know, you didn't really experience one of the best ones. Audio obviously saying Beat Saber. I never heard of Beat Saber. I don't even know what that is. But I think that's the point I'm making, right? But I think I could see how a simulation experience could be better with VR. I definitely could see that. Thank you for the tip. Excuse me. Lady Charisma has tipped me $5. Our first tip, where we'll have an animation for it today. So thank you to Lady Charisma. Here's your animation. Little delayed, little laggy. There we go. Thank you, Lady Charisma. Let's get you up on the leaderboard. Whoa. Why is there capital H? There we go. That was weird. Okay, so Lady Charisma says the following. From Lady Charisma, for me, PSVR 1 was a half-assed try at VR. PSVR 2, as someone who's actually deep into VR, with an Index and a MetaQuest 2 standalone headset, hell, I'm even learning how to make games in VR. Looks like it could be good if you can get a Half-Life VR-style game. VR is alive and well for enthusiasts. It's fine as an enthusiast platform. I don't see VR ever being mainstream. I don't agree with what you say, but that's what makes us human, right? It would be boring if we agree with everyone. And I agree. And here's the thing. Here's my take. Here's where I have problem. 6+ years ago, we're talking around 2015, 2016, everyone in the gaming media was having front page news stories on their websites, in their publications, saying VR is the wave of the future. You need a PSVR, you need an HTC Vive, you need an Oculus Rift. This is what it's going to change gaming. Big games are coming. This is the wave of everything in the future. And if you're not into VR, you are missing out. Okay? That was bullshit. Did they say, oh, for a small group who are enthusiasts, you can really get an awesome, amazing, unique experience out of VR, but it's not for everyone? No, they lied. They outright overhyped it on purpose. Why? Because they felt that if they overhyped it, that would, number one, bring more clicks to their sites, more people who are interested. Because here's the thing, VR is a big hill for entry because of the cost. The cost of entry is huge. You know, talking $500-600 just for the device before the games. So they very well knew that a lot of people would not be buying VR right from the get-go. But they felt that if they hyped it up, said it was something good, people would start coming to their sites and their publications to see the coverage of it, right? I mean, at the time, you remember, there was so much hype around VR that there was, like, entire VR stores at the mall where you would go to the mall and, oh, VR, you pay, like, $20, you put on a VR headset, you play a game for 15 minutes, right? That's how big it was, that everyone was so hyped up for it. Where are all those places now exactly, right? They're gone. So I'm not saying there's not an audience for VR. In fact, I'd say quite the opposite. For those who are the enthusiast type, I think VR will be very popular. I think PSVR will definitely have an audience, but it will never be a mainstream audience. It will always be a niche audience because the cost of entry is too high, and there just aren't killer app games. Game developers are not going to spend insane amounts of time and resources to develop a killer app VR game when the cost of entry is so high. People already have to buy a PS5, and now you want them to spend another $600 for PSVR 2, and then you want them to buy your game. That's crazy. That's $1,200+ to play a VR game. Who's going to do that? Enthusiasts. But that's a small audience. So I hear you. I'm not saying VR is terrible. What I'm saying is it never really caught on the way that the media falsely portrayed it would, for good reason. And I don't think that I'm very interested in it anymore. It's too expensive. How would I really relay VR to my audience? Even when I did PSVR 1, it wasn't a great experience. You know, it was, you know, low res, 720p or lower resolution video. It was kind of choppy, fuzzy. I couldn't see you guys. I couldn't see the chat. I couldn't interact with anyone when I did it. And then 9 times out of 10, it didn't run well anyway, because I don't have the real space that you need for VR. For true VR, you need a nice big open area, a room that you can move around and have the tracking work, and I don't have that. So it was kind of like every reason why VR wasn't going to work for me. Okay. All right, I received another $1 tip. Gamer Guy. He says, I have personal interest in Suicide Squad. Remember, this is Kevin Conroy's final performance as Batman before his tragic passing earlier, well, I guess you could say late last year, right? And you're absolutely correct. This will be, I guess they could say it's like the swan song, the goodbye performance for Kevin Conroy. I think just alone on that, this game will be fascinating, interesting, and likely will probably do well. But the thing is, it's Rocksteady. Rocksteady has a tried and true, really good track record with video games, so I'm not actually worried about it not being good either. So, Fandango tipped another $1. Says entry to VR is very expensive. I have a beefy PC and one of the better consumer VR headsets. I can't even imagine how limited experience on console VR must be. I do not think VR is worth it on any console. Only on PC, because PC is more open source and you can even play shit like Grand Theft Auto 5 with some VR mods. That's a good point too. That's a very good point. If you're buying VR on a console, you're limiting yourself only to official game releases on said console. Well, if you're playing on PC, there's always going to be way more content because of modders and because of the whole PC enthusiast style experience. So that's actually a fair point. Thank you, Fandango, for the tip. Okay, guys, we've done all the shout outs. We have about 10 minutes roughly left on the show. If anyone would like to tag me and ask me a question, I'm all ears. By the way, I should say, I totally forgot to say this at the beginning of today's podcast. We're having a big windstorm here in Washington, and the wind is so strong that a lot of people are afraid the power is going to go out. So far, so good. There's been nothing that bad, but the wind has been whipping. My blinds have actually been crashing to the wall over there a little bit. So just to forewarn everyone, if you see the stream go down today, randomly, it's likely because the power went out. And I'll do my best to let you guys know. I have satellite internet on my phone, so I can at least tell you on Twitter, hey, this is what happened. I'll post up on the channel page here on YouTube as well, say, hey, this is what happened, but I'm hoping that won't happen, okay? So Mario Heat with the first question. Do you think Starfield will release this year? Will it be a flop? Do I think it will release this year? Yes. Do I think it'll be a flop? I don't know. I hope it's good. I hope that... See, here's the thing. When you say, is it a flop, does that mean sales or does that mean quality? Sales, I think sales it'll do well. It's going to be Game Pass, so you're going to have an installed player base to begin with. And then on top of that, you're going to have the fanboys, right? The Bethesda fanboys are going to run and buy it. Will it be good? I don't know. I really don't think we've seen enough to make a judgment. What we have seen, to me, was very underwhelming and not impressive. So I guess we'll have to see as we get closer to its release. By the way, when is it releasing? We don't know. They haven't given a release date. Maybe this press conference supposedly coming later on this particular month, we will actually get our answers. I guess we'll find out. Okay? Okay, I received a $5 tip. What? Can I play 30 seconds of the Sardwakar chant, the new Dune movie? I need to channel my chakra. I think it will help the energy of the stream. I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. But thank you very much for a $5 tip. I really have no clue what that means, nor do I desire to figure it out. But thank you very much for your support. I don't know, man. I don't know how you expected me to respond to that one. If you want to talk about something that goes over my head, you've just discovered it. There you go. All right. Let's see here. Randy says, do you think you could ever squeeze in the new Atari collection? I would say the Atari collection, if I was going to do it, would end up being a chill stream style game. It would be something that I do late nights, 2 hours, maybe a couple times a week for a few weeks until we get through all the classic games and I show you some of the ones from my childhood and maybe I play some that I never played before. It would have been great to do it when it came out last year. Sadly, it came out in the midst of the busiest gaming season of the year. Don't ask me why on earth they thought that was going to be a good idea, because it really wasn't. But is it out of the question? No. Is it something I'm still interested in? Yes. But we would need to find a place for it. As I just discussed, coming up this week, we got Need for Speed Unbound, One Piece Odyssey, whatever wins the viewer's choice, and Warzone. So we've already got 4 games on the horizon. Now, I don't know if we're going to be playing Need for Speed Unbound at length or not. But let's see what happens and go from there. Okay? Mario Heat says, what was your favorite DSP Trizer or Feasting with the King of 2022? Man, I couldn't tell you. I'd have to go back and look. I actually can't remember which ones we did in 2022, right? What did we do? The Hawaiian barbecue was really good, but wasn't that the second time I'd done it? Right? Wasn't it like a repeat episode or not? When did I do the Hawaiian barbecue? I don't know. I can't answer this. I would have to go back through the playlist. And see. I don't even know. Let's see here. If I click on playlists. And I click on DSP try. Fuck. DSP tries it. DSP tries it, the 2012 reboot playlist. 6 episodes. What? What is this? Yeah, that's not it. This is from 2012. So that's not it. Alright, what if I do... So I did McDonald's taste test, Big Mac versus the Quarter Pounder. We did that this year. and it's glitched, and it's not showing me the date because it's fucking glitched. Let me refresh. A nice YouTube page glitch. Okay, when was this? We also did The Rock Wood-Fired Pizza, Pride and Joy. When were these? Where's the dates? Oh yeah, all these are 2022. We did... Dairy Queen? We did Dairy Queen as well. When did we do Dairy Queen? We did? I don't even remember doing that. Apparently in August of 2022, I did Dairy Queen food. How do I have no recollection of this? I literally have no recollection of it, but we did it. Huh. So I did Dairy Queen, The Rock Wood-Fired Pizza, and McDonald's taste test between the Big Mac and the Quarter Pounder. Now, let's also look for Feasting with the King. So I did, for Halloween we did an episode, Vietnamese food. And then we also did the anniversary special where I believe it was the return of Indian food. We also did American barbecue, Famous Dave's. We also did Vietnamese again. That was earlier in the year. We also did Thai cuisine. We also did Hawaiian barbecue, and we also did Mexican. So that was the year's Feasting with the King. Okay. I would say out of those two, Hawaiian barbecue and the pizza were my two favorites. Yep. Hawaiian barbecue blew me away because it doesn't look good. It really doesn't. It doesn't look like anything special. And then you start to eat the meat, and you're like, oh my God, the meat is so full of flavor. I don't know how they make Hawaiian barbecue, but however, whether it's a marination, a smoke, I don't know. But my God, that food is so full of flavor that it blows me away every time. The chicken, the pork, the beef, whatever they're doing it right. Dude, it's super, super good. And then the Rock Wood-Fired Pizza was really, really good. It's a thicker pizza. It has a chewy crust.
For fuck's sake, Phil. I need to distract people. Let me find a fucking way to distract people right now temporarily. How about we test if the thumbnail works? The potential thumbnail. So, does this work okay? Actually worked quite well. Guys, our next thumbnail could be this. Just saying, it could be that.
They do really fresh ingredients and yummy toppings. It was a really good pizza. So those are the two favorites that I did this year. Or last year, I should say. There you go. What was my favorite marathon of 2022? Oh, man. I don't even know if I have a favorite. They were all good. I actually feel 2022 was a pretty solid year for the marathons, right? Like, all the holiday stuff went really well. We tried new stuff with the Black Friday Apocalypse, but the Christmas marathon, the Halloween marathons went really well. You know, we had a lot of fun days. A lot of fun React events, too. The React events were super fun. So, I never played a Sesame Street game, no. I don't have a Desert Island video game, but, you know, there's certain games that I go back to every few years. For example, Super Mario World, my favorite platformer of all time. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, my favorite fighting game of all time. You know, Legend of Zelda Link to the Past, my favorite Zelda game of all time. Those are games that I could play, you know, endlessly. So, I don't know what the hell iShowSpeed is. Never heard of it. Jade, I'm excited for Street Fighter 6 as well. Jasper is great. He's right here on the floor next to me. I just pet him. Swaggin says, I thought you said Sonic was your favorite feasting. You said it was food that rivaled high-end restaurants. No, remember? The Sonic episode I did was very bad. If you remember, the burger showed up wrong. It didn't have the right toppings, and it was cold. The only good thing about Sonic, if you remember, was the dog. The chili cheese dog was really good. Everything else was terrible. They fucked up the whole order, which sucks because I've had Sonic that was really good before, and that order was just botched. By the way, that was the last time I ate Sonic. I haven't eaten Sonic since because it was such a bad experience. I don't really have a desire to go back. That's kind of what happens, right? I have not watched the Dune movie. No, I have not. Am I going to get Crisis Core one day? I have Crisis Core for the Switch. It was donated by a fan. Did I ever play baseball? As a kid, I played softball, but only with friends. I never played it in a league, but I did play softball and with...
Hooray! He said friend. Well, he said friends. It counts. Friends, same damn thing. That is a double bingo right there, guys. So fucking hooray for that. We are 3 away from a full house. They're all kind of, action. So Phil has to use hateful slurs. It has to have scat talk. And it has to be actual. It can't be like a fart joke. It can't just be Phil saying shit. He has to fucking go full on scat humour the way he fucking does it, you know exactly what you fucking... You know what I mean. No borderline stuff, when Phil goes scat mode, you know he goes all in on that. And of course the Turbo knows as well, where he goes, no.
Football with my family, softball with my friends. Did I ever play strategy games like Civ or StarCraft 2? I played StarCraft 1 and 2. I played Age of Empires. I actually played Warcraft back in the day. Jasper, now you know better. Don't mess with those lights. Be a good boy. You can be a good boy today? I hope so.
I might get away with 1.25 speed again just for a wee while because I paused there. So let me go with 1.25.
He seems to have learned. He's going back there, but he's not messing with the lights. I think he remembers how upset I was with him earlier in the week. So I think he's learned, which is a good thing. Oh, why do I only do digital instead of physical copies? Because physical copies I have to order and have shipped here, and there's no point. When I can get a digital version, have it preloaded and ready to go when I want to play it. I'm also not going to be trading in games because the physical trade-in value is very low. Back in the day, the reason that I picked up so many physical games, there was 2 reasons. Number one, 10 years ago, not everything was available digital right away at launch. It just wasn't. Sometimes you had to wait a day or two for it to show up on the marketplace. Number two, trade-in values were sky high. You could go to GameStop, buy 5 games, beat 3 of them in a week, trade them in together, and get, no exaggeration, 50 to 60% value back for each game. That was huge. It was like just doing a game rental and getting a full playthrough out of it and trading it right back in, like getting your money back almost. Today, that's not possible anymore. So I don't really care about that. Plus, let's be honest, today when you buy a physical game, you don't have the game. You have a placeholder that needs to download the game anyway. So why buy it physically when you not even have the game anymore? It doesn't make sense. What was the last collector's edition of a game I bought? I have absolutely no recollection. It was a very long time ago. Bonos Tecmo says they still didn't implement any online play for the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 arcade 1-up cabinets. They're moving on to a casino-cade now. Wow. So they sold all those last summer, sold out, right? And they're not going to give people the features they promised. They just don't care. Wow, what a bunch of scumbags. No, really, could people stop buying games from Arcade 1-Up? By the way, did I ever talk...
Okay, I think I'm going to count this as hateful slurs because he is literally slandering a company. Well, I don't know if slandering might be the right word, it's quite possible Phil's actually accurate in some of the things he's claiming against his company. But the fact of the matter is he's using quite hateful language towards them, so that is why it counts as hateful slurs. We are 2 away from a full house.
Talk about this. The last time I went to Costco, they had the Arcade 1-Up cabinet that was NFL Blitz. That was the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen. Okay? 4 players. The cabinet was smaller than a 2-player cabinet at a real arcade. So how are you supposed to fit 4 people on a cabinet that's insanely tiny? You'd have to have like 4 3-year-old children trying to fit their... Even then, I don't think you could fit 4 3-year-olds squished next to each other to try to reach and touch the controls like that. And it didn't look good at all. It looked to me like it was a play school version of an arcade cabinet, and it was being sold for $600.
Hold on a second. I need to test something, guys. I need to test something. This has potential amazing thumbnail, material right here. This could be even better here.
So how are you supposed to fit 4 people on a cabinet that's insanely tiny? You'd have to have like 4...
This could be something really good here.
3-year-old children.
I'm just thinking, is there anything here? Is there one particular frame that stands out as being like that or something? Could that be it? I don't know, what do I think? I'll go for that, or is there anything better maybe? Oh, actually there might be something better. I could be something better. So how about that? Should I go for this then? Gaping mouth open, his wee hand's been shocked, self-defense mode. Someone comes at him swinging the fucking axe, that's how he's going to defend himself. Right, okay, this could be better than the fucking T-pose one. Let me get a wee screenshot of this. I'm going to test this right fucking now, because I've got the thing here, you know, so... It almost done it perfectly. There's a wee bit right behind them that kind of got encoded. It can still work quite well, you know, but that's a T-pose one, and that's that strange little pose one. Take my little hand, says Warren. Jesus. You know, I'll do one of them. I mean, this one could win. I don't know. We'll see. In Kensington here, we see the Begosaurus rex in its natural habitat. As he scours the dent heads in his chat, scouring for tips to feed his daily WWE Champions demands.
Or even then, I don't think you could fit 4 3-year-olds squished next to each other to try to reach and touch the controls like that. And it didn't look good at all. It looked to me like it was a play school version of an arcade cabinet, and it was being sold for $600. I don't know why people are wasting their money on this shit. Those cabinets look like trash to me. Yeah, apparently this company is rich and making big business on these cabinets. I just don't get it. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you very much for a great episode of the Level 1 Podcast. I hope that you got a lot of information out of this one, being that we went through the game schedule, all right? Now we have a better idea of the landscape, what's coming up. Thanks for enjoying. Thanks for interacting. Thanks for supporting. I appreciate your attendance. Attendance is actually really high today, so thank you for that. And I hope you enjoyed the show. But it is time to adjourn. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, and chill out.
Okay, I'm gonna fucking fast forward for this fucking garbage gibberish. Enough.
So let's get set up, but guys, I do have to use the restroom before we start. It actually hit me when I was streaming. I was like, oh boy, I gotta use the bathroom. So we are gonna take about a 5-minute break, roughly, for me to use the bathroom. And I'm gonna come back and we're gonna jump into Need for Speed Unbound, which
He's going to monetize his audience because he's going to be away for 5 minutes. He's not going to warn him he's about to monetize him. Oh no!
I don't know anything about. I'm not kidding. I don't know anything. I paid no attention to it. When it came out, I wasn't paying attention to it. I'm still not paying attention to it, but I know it's on EA Play. We're gonna check it out here today and see if it's any good. But I do need a few minutes to use the restroom. Okay? So thank you. Please be patient. I'll be right back in like 5 minutes. I am gonna run a little bit of ads here since I'll be gone for a bit. Thanks for watching. I'll be right back.
The man has no shame in monetizing his audience. I'm going to hit live. Get that garbage fucking crap off. Right, well, I guess we'll live right now. This is live DSP. We're looking at his stream right now and he's not back yet. We're actually... I let a lot of the stream play without interrupting him today. Because it was just fucking Phil rambling on and on and on, Jesus Christ. Let's go back to... By the way, the game's not over. We could still get scat humour, you know, with scat talk. We could still get turbo nose. Because Phil still will blabber a little bit before beginning gameplay. Although it's a brand new game, so we won't have much of a window, I think, between him starting recording. So it's not looking too promising. The Agostina Zinga show says when he says runs ads during what does he mean? I don't ever see those ads. To be fair, I've got ad blocker on because I'm an absolute cunt. So it's quite potentially, it's quite possible that YouTube, normal people watching YouTube live streams would see ads. But because I'm a piece of shit that uses ad blocker, I don't see YouTube ads. Because I'm an absolute bastard. Get up, you Phil. No ad revenue from you when I'm watching your shit. Anyway. Do we go with this for the thumbnail? Or did it do the T-pose or the fucking dinosaur hands? All the dinosaurs fear the T-Rex. Jesus Christ, man. Hang on. Let me get my fucking bingo thumbnail up. We can test it. So this is the most recent one. Get rid of that fucking face. We'll do this one first. We'll see how this one looks. So that's that. It works quite well, to be fair. Let's go with tomorrow's one, yeah. The gout hands. Well, it's still not back yet. But yeah, this is with tomorrow's thumbnail, I guess. Fucking hurry for that. So I'll save that later on. The T-pose had potential, but the fact is it couldn't include the whole frame. It would have been better if you could see Phil's hands as well. The fact that it went out of frame. Out of my control, nothing I could do, dude. Anyway, I'm going to turn Meerkat's music up while we wait for Phil to get back.
No, it's not fucking funny. Now shut up. Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business. Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business. Huh? Huh? Huh?
This one's for all my baby girls.
It complements the flavor perfectly. And it's so weird because it's nothing like any other cuisine. It really isn't. I can't even tell you another cuisine that tastes like that, but it's so good. And what I like about Mediterranean food is usually when you get it, you get such a good variety of stuff. Like I got it came with hummus and pitas. You dip the pitas in the hummus, and that was delicious. Robust, insanely flavorful chicken. It's not dry. It's freaking robust. Give you this dipping sauce, garlic infused dipping sauce. Robust. I will tell you guys is thus. Robust. Robust. They came with their rice, which is the seasoned rice. That just tastes, again, it tastes kind of different from other cultures' rices. It has peas and carrots, but it's also got this unique seasoning in it that's really good. And then also a side salad, which was like lettuce, tomato, onion, robust, insanely flavorful chicken. It's not dry. It's freaking robust. Give you this dipping sauce, garlic infused dipping sauce. Robust. I will tell you guys is thus. Robust. 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 We went and got dinner. Now, this was a double-edged sword.
Hello? Purnell?
That is business related, and I do still have it.
WWE champion time.
Go, 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 go.
Into the money, stupid fuck.
I love it. Go, 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 go.
By eBay.
Hell!
It's been tough. I always think that it's my fault.
Drinking gin.
Yep, I'm toxic. I love Hulk Hogan's dick. My ass is so fucking stretched.
Oh, no, you didn't, you motherfucking piece of shit cocksucker. Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you.
Purnell?
Go, 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 go.
Into the money, stupid fuck.
I love it. Go, 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 go.
By eBay.
Hell!
Hateful slurs. Lame brain pieces of dumb fucking hateful slurs.
Why am I toxic?
I love it.
Hey, Mr. Purnell, you there?
I am present.
Right, I understand. He's claiming that he's got $5,000 a month in expenses and only $5,000 a month in income, and net's about $35.
It's Tevin's fault.
Now, I do have a favor to ask, okay? I mentioned this on tonight's late stream. I'm going to probably be mentioning it on every stream this week. Here's the deal. This week, I have 2 very large bills due. But then, I also have my day off on Wednesday. I bring this up because I need you to refocus your support if you were already planning on supporting me this weekend.
This one's for all my baby girls.
Phil's a joke, Phil's a clown.
Fucking loser.
Phil's this, Phil's that.
He's a loco.
Phil's a beggar. joke, Phil's a clown. Phil's this, Phil's that.
Always going broke.
Phil's a beggar.
He's a loco.
Phil's a beggar.
If you think that someone who has to live day to day on tips and shit is funny, oh, so hilarious that this guy has stuff financially tight. Ha 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 ha. No, it's not fucking funny. Now shut up.
Phil's a joke, Phil's a clown. Phil's this, Phil's that.
He's a loco.
Phil's a beggar.
Begging.
Phil's a beggar. Phil's a joke, Phil's a clown.
Always going broke.
Phil's this, Phil's that.
He's a loco.
Phil's a beggar.
He's a loco.
Phil's a beggar. That's not begging.
Okay, I'll be honest, it makes me nervous because I've noticed recently there's actually been an uptick in super chats, which is great. It helps the channel long term, and certainly I'm not being ungrateful. And if that's the only way that you can contribute or support the channel, great. If you can help me and tip me, please do. That's what I need help with right now, okay? Again, I'm not asking for anything above and beyond. You know idiots will come out and prayers. Phil's saying he wants you to pay directly.
This dude is a piece of fucking garbage.
Yesterday was a really slow day for me on stream. I didn't make a lot of support yesterday. It's you guys, and you know, how much you're like...
Hold on a second. Is Phil still away? It's been like 10 minutes and counting. This 5-minute break. Let's play a stream. It still has garbage music. Phil has been away for 12 minutes, 12 and a half minutes. 12 minutes has passed since Phil has been away. Bloody hell. Also, I just want to remind people, I went and said it in chat as well, but it has been confirmed that Phil's WWE Champions roster size went up by 1, which means he did probably get his brand new Macho Man card with that event, which means that Phil spent at least $1,109 on WWE Champions. It is not the $1,400 estimate after all, probably, because that would have only been that number if Phil had not managed to acquire that card. It looks like he has though, so yeah. But big ups to TJ Gamebox once more. TJ Gamebox is doing this fucking digging and research into Phil's spending habits, you know what I mean? It is an incredible amount of money. Phil's back! It's amazing, it's a miracle.
Air in here, because
Okay, let's see what he says.
Okay, guys, I'm back. Just give me a second here because I want to adjust. The air in here because there's too much air and everything's whipping around, smashing the wall here. So give me a second. Just here. Let's do half that. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, that's a little better. Okay. Yeah, hopefully it settles in here. And the reason I say that is, like I said, the air outside is very strong today, very strong winds, and it's making the blinds crash against my office wall, and they're loud when they crash there. And obviously, I don't want that to be a distraction. Did I have low-key diarrhea? Oh, yes. Let me tell you, buckets and buckets of it. I mean, I measured, too. I even filled some.
There we go. There we go. They're one away. I knew we'd fucking get some scat talk from his goddamn audience. And try trigger it. That's a double bingo right there as well. We are one away. We just need Phil to fucking, say no. Or a burp as well, actually, now I think about it. Yeah, a burp. We're close to a free space with a burp.
Several buckets. Absolutely. Anyway, I just received a $5 tip. From Chocoboko. So I really enjoyed your Game Award videos. If you were to make a top 5 favorite playthroughs you made, it would be... Wait. If I were to make the top five favorite playthroughs you made, it would be Callisto Protocol, Capcom Fighting Collection, A Plague Tale, Midnight Fight Express, and Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, one thing that I don't do... excuse me. One thing that I don't do with my year-end series is I don't really rate overall the work that I've done that year. Like, for example, I would agree with you that Final Fantasy VII was a really good playthrough, because it was the first time I'd ever really gone through that game, critically analyzing the parts of it with an audience to help. And you guys were giving me all kinds of supplemental information and guidance. There were things that I didn't even find out about the game until I had played it that time over the summer. That was a special playthrough for me. Like, it felt really cool, and I'm glad that I did that with you guys because I learned a lot about the game, and I think I have a newfound appreciation for Final Fantasy VII because we did that as an interactive playthrough for the very first time. But that's the kind of stuff that doesn't get reflected in the year-end series because the year-end series basically just cover new games, right? Maybe one day I should do a third year-end series that would be, you know, favorite playthroughs of the year, most meaningful playthroughs of the year, and why. Something like that, best playthroughs of 2022. And it would be a little different than best games of 2022, right? There you go. Didn't think of that this year. Maybe I'll do it next year. Remind me next year. Best playthroughs countdown. That could be kind of interesting, actually. Okay. By the way, for the first time, you guys are seeing what this room's going to look like when there's sunlight, because there is sun outside right now, and it's kind of hitting my blinds. So as you can see...
Motherfucker, what do you mean the very first time we're going to see what the room looks like with sunlight in it? We've all seen what the fucking room looks like with fucking daylight coming through the goddamn fucking blinds. Calm the fuck down, pal. You mean since you've had a brand new fucking ring light introduced to your fucking stream setup, we're going to see what it looks like with natural light as well? Wow.
The one thing effect that I'm seeing is it looks like behind me the colors don't stand out as much. You notice that? Because there's more...
Yeah, so that's a bit too fast. That's a bit... Oh, 1.25.
Natural light coming from there, showing on the back wall. It still works, it just doesn't work as well. I look fine. The ring light actually is making this look fine, but sadly, you know, you're not gonna be able to see the ambient light as much when there's more natural light during the day. There's nothing I can really do about that. So, okay, Bubbles, yeah, people are saying you got 100 likes. I did. Thank you for that. Let's do a celebratory bubble blow, and then we will jump into Need for Speed Unbound and see what it's all about. Okay.
You are? Hold on. Hold on. Guys, hold on, wait. I might need to refresh this, because he says he got 100 likes. I have... Hold on. Oh, fuck me. That's a bingo. I did not expect that. I guess when my internet died earlier on, it didn't keep updating the counter. So that got stuck in 43 the whole time. That's what must have happened. Well, there we go. It's a fucking full house. Bugger me. And it's, yeah, there we fucking go. It's a bingo. Right to the fucking death. There we go. Okay, we're gonna ready for that. Hang on. I need to play the fucking... I'll play this. Fucking go. Bingo, fucking ready. Cool stuff indeed. We got there right there. I told you guys, I know if I can get up. Yeah, listen, say man died earlier on, so got a fucking light counter stuck anyway. As I'm saying, even before he talked about Bubbles, I wasn't sure if he bucked or not as well, right before it. Which would have been like another one, but... Fuck it, you know, we got there in the end anyway, so fucking ready for that. I need the... Okay, this is what I need to do. 2 seconds, guys, 2 seconds. Let me get this set up. I have my big wheel of names, as you know. And I do have a saved list of bingo people, which I'm constantly updating. So there we go. I have 127 different names in this fucking list here. Let's go full screen. Right guys, you all know the drill here. If your name is not on this list and you want it to be, let me know in chat. I'm going to scroll down now slowly so you guys can see whether your name is there or not. Look out for your name. If it's not there, let me know. I'm just going to scroll down slowly. Slowly scroll down. Slowly scroll down. I'll tell you one I need to fucking encode right now. Paul J. fucking Brazel. Junior. There you go. There's one. Any more names? There's probably quite a few I need to add now I think about it. Like, Small Dragon. Pit Lord, you're not on here, are you? Well, you are now. Pit Lord, there we go. I swear every time we fucking do this and we win, there's a fucking bunch of random new names I've fucking never seen before in my life. Some guy named Steve, I think you're on the list actually. Hey, you are cool. Scur wants to be added. Who the fuck? I mean, no offence to you, Scur, but I've never seen you before in my entire life. Scur. Right, there we go. Smash guy, you're not on the list. It's because I've never... I don't say this to be a mean bastard, but if you're not on the list, it's probably because I've never seen you before in my life. No offence intended, but if you're not on this list, it's probably because I've never encountered you before ever in this fucking game or in these streams. So there we go. Oh my god, hang on, so 2 seconds. Smash guy says he's not on the list, so we can change that. Smash, is it one word or 2 words? It's 1 word. Smash guy. The Baltic Bros asking, are they on the list? I don't think they are actually. I do recognise Baltic Bro. So they're included now, fantastic. Shallow Sparkle, whose names are these? I'm not there. Shallow Sparkle asking whose names are these. Literally, if your name's not there and your name's not there, although it can be added, that's the whole point of me trying to show everyone's fucking name. Whose names are these? Basically everyone else. That's whose names there are. Hold on. Shallow Sparkle. There's 2 words, okay. Test Stupid. Hold on, let me add you. Watch these all be fucking sock accounts for the try. It's a like fucking profits and, you know, sex bot armies going here, and it's just these are all names of sex bots in here. Barrett Wells, I'm pretty sure you're on here. I'm pretty certain you're on here, Barrett Wells. Yeah, you are, cool. Right, so starting from the bottom. So scrolling again. Scrolling from the bottom, going up the way. And also, Wardle Leader has his own fucking special nickname, the King of Suffering. Just in case you're wondering, that's Wardle Leader, but I added King of Suffering because that's how Phil's ever, you know, always labelled him. If your name's not here, just let me know. Paul got added, yeah, Paul J. Brazel got added. I added him as one of the first ones I did. So we've got that. If your name's not here, let me know. Gonna run out of time soon to fucking get your name out. Oh, wait, the singular Paul. Fucking, I thought you meant Paul J. Brazel. We have fucking 2 Pauls. We started off the day with no Pauls and the fucking list and we've got 2 of them. It's like fucking buses. Bad Luck says, yeah, you're not on here. That was almost bad luck for you. See what I did there? See what I made a joke at your name, see what I fucking did there. I made it funny. Ragnarok and Roll, you're not on here either. Jesus Christ, why are there so many fucking detractors? How the hell are there so many of us? Ragnarok and Roll. Hi, I'm Stu, are you on here? I'm just kind of looking at people in fucking chat randomly and seeing if they're on here or not. You're not on here. There you are. Let's see. Who else? Damn Ice, are you on here? No, you're not. No, it's a 1 word basically. There you go. You are now. Fucking hurry for that. Sasha Blue Moon. Sorry, I haven't forgotten about you. I just didn't get into you in time. Hang on. Sasha Blue Moon. Who else is no fucking here? Jeffrey Walsh. Hold on, let me scroll back up to G. You're here, Jeffrey Walsh. You're here. You're already we're on here. There you go. And so is Gregory Lake. And who else is new here or not? We have 142 different fucking names in this fucking list, man. Going to a bigger wheel. So yeah, this is the whole thing in alphabetical order. So there we fucking go. Dashy, you're on here once and that'll fucking do you. In fact, Dashy's on here without a number. I didn't include your numbers, pal. You're not even Dashy 111 here, you're just Dashy. Artist formerly known as fucking Dashy. Or whatever. There we fucking go. Right. Are we all happy that your name's on here? Nobody's gonna go, ah shit, I'm not on there. If everyone, you know, Bingo hates me. Everyone's happy their name's on here. I'm gonna scroll down again. A little bit faster this time. We're all happy, we're all good. There's a fucking name I don't recognise, hold on. Just seen somebody debauched. It's a fucking strange ass name, no offence. Don't hear the term debauched very often. There we go. I think that's everyone. So that's 143 now. So fucking there we go. Lord Snark, I'm pretty sure you're there. Let me just confirm. Yeah, Lord Snark. I know you got a longer name, but you're just Lord Snark. There's no going to be any confusion. And there's no multiple Lord Snarks. At least I'm not for now anyway. Right, is that everyone? I'm happy with that. I'm confident with that. Oops, I scrolled down too far. Sunspot Gary, please tell me you're on here. Holy shit, Sunspot's not on here. That was a fucking close one. It was almost embarrassing. Right, there we go. Right, we're happy with that. Everyone's here. Everyone's there. Everyone's fucking everywhere. So yeah, I think we're good. Right, okay, before I even spin this fucking thing, let me just select it all and copy it into my fucking wee file for later. For future bingos. The list grows more and more each time. Is Womba Womba? Is what? Womba Womba? Is that a tractor? Womba Womba? Any relation to Chomba Womba? It's a fucking outdated music reference. I see, I just scrolled up the chat and seen fucking the message. Hold on. Womba Womba. Let's scroll down. So, one more time. Hold on, let me fucking just resave and recopy that and fucking, there we go. Right, oops. Right. So, everyone here. Everyone... for fuck's sake, the Jeffrey Epstein guy. Who are you? Why? Why is there always fucking brand new names? I don't know if I fucking got to spin the fucking thing. There's a brand new fucking person turn up saying, hey, what about me? Everyone in their fucking dogs turn up for this fucking bingo just when it wins. The Jeffrey Epstein guy. Right, I can sort it out with that as well. There we go. Let's fucking alphabetic order. Copy. Copy and paste, and there we fucking go. Right. No more. If you're not on the list, you're not on the fucking list. Find me a fucking river and all that jazz. So, I'm gonna fucking spin the goddamn thing now, right? Well, actually, before I spin it, I'm gonna shuffle it. So, okay, there's 140 fucking 6 names on here. I do try and include everyone. Even if I've never heard of them in my entire fucking life. I do try and include fucking everyone. I'm gonna shuffle this fucking thing, right? It's too late. I've started shuffling, it's too late. If somebody comes in now saying, I'm not on the fucking thing, boo fuckery hoo to you, pal, I'm sorry. For fuck's sake. So stress, so try to pick a winner. I am going to spin the wheel in 3, 2, 1. And I'm going to click off it for suspense. Watch Phil's tiny wee dinosaur hands. Pixar Animations! Our very own Pixar Animations has won! Well done to Pixar Animations. I don't think they're in chat right now, I'm not sure. A lot of times they will come in quite late, you know what I mean? Because I think they're busy during the daytimes or whatever, you know what I mean? Well done, Pixar Animations. Bloody hell, that's a... I will get in touch with Pixar Animations behind the scenes and see how he wants his prize. So there you go. He's the winner of tonight's bingo shenanigans, and it's quite fitting that he wins because we usually end our streams with his content. So well done, Pixar Animations. Well done. He'll be getting the prize, and whatever he wants, he can. We'll get it sorted. I'll talk to him behind the scenes, and I'll let you guys know. But yeah, as I'm saying this, yeah, shout out to Pixar Animations. How's Phil doing right now in his fucking dumbass stream? I'm doing nothing. This is not me. This is not me. It's just YouTube being weird. That's just YouTube being weird. I hit live and it did that all by itself. That was not me. I had my hands up the entire time. That was not me. Oh my god. Let's try that again.
I think that came off of that.
Right.
Yeah, you see, you're only supposed to like.
So Phil's got $22 right now in his fucking stream. Fucking money for that. Jesus Christ. Well done to Pixar Animations, and this is how. So, by the way, brand new video of him from Pixar. If you've not watched the shit, would highly recommend. It's an amazing. It's actually almost got 10,000 views already. 9.7k views in 2 days. Bloody hell, man! That video popped off. Almost 10k views already from Pixar Animations' newest video is DSP Game in a Cult. That's incredible. Well done, pal. But yeah, that is not how... So you guys can watch that in your own time. We're going to end things though how we always end things on these streams. We're going to play the Notorious PIG contributions made by the excellently talented Pixar Animations. I'm going to... Oh, I don't want to close that. I want to save that. This is where usually I fucking shut down every window. But nah, this time around. That's confirmation, by the way, from TJ, in case you are curious. His roster number went up by 1, so you got to assume it's going to be a lower number of $1,109, which is why I updated my total earlier on. So there you go. But guys, thank you very much for joining me for some DSP Bingo. I do appreciate everyone being here. Well done again to Pixar Animations for winning the bingo, the full house. He's not even aware of it yet, I think, because he's not here, but nice to be surprised from him and tell him later on. But yes, guys, thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for joining in chat. Keep me sane while we heard Phil's bizarre rambling. Sorry for the technical problems earlier on with my internet cutting off like that. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow for some more DSP Bingo. Until then, I do hope you enjoy the rest of your Monday. However you spend it, go and support it with detractors if you can. If there's other people live streaming, for example, go and check them out and support them. But yeah, guys, thank you very much once again for being here, and I'll catch you all tomorrow, hopefully, for some more DSP Bingo. Until then, have a good one, guys. Peace out.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money, when you go outside, all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky, and you raise your face up. You're like, oh, you start dancing. You go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money.
Free.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that, in an instant, fucking gone.